Heya! This is Pokeball35, and welcome to Deltarune Hypothesis. This is a Deltarune fan game that very recently released, and by recently, I mean by the time this is out on YouTube, it would actually be 8 months. And, if you don't realize, time kind of like jumps around and feels fake sometimes, because the day I am streaming this, all streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description, it would be 1 week before the 2-month anniversary of Deltarune's Chapter 3 and 4 releasing. By the time this is up on YouTube, that'll be tomorrow. So, Deltarune Hypothesis was a game that released back in January that was supposed to showcase some what-if scenarios that could be happening in Deltarune's future. I don't know what everything entails. Some could be legit, some could be shitposts. I really don't know. But this game did get an update about a week-ish after Chapters 3 and 4 came out. And I think it would be very interesting, very, very interesting, if you will, to check out Deltarune Hypothesis post-Chapter 3 and 4 release to see what they got right, what they didn't get right, and maybe some more theory crafting for future Deltarune updates. So, yet again, all streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer. If you missed my full playthrough of Deltarune, I do have Chapter 3 in 2 parts and Chapter 4 in 4 parts. You can check all of that out. And a TLDR, from all of that, I really love Chapter 4, but for me personally, Chapter 3 is my least favorite chapter out of the 4 that we have, and that's not to say Chapter 3 is bad. Chapter 3 is not bad. It just happens to be my least favorite out of everything that we have so far. I do have a 3-hour-long discussion on Deltarune Chapter 3 that I made recently, and then a follow-up video to that I also made about a week after the fact, because Deltarune got an update that fixed a couple things. I'm currently playing another hymn in the background, because the main, when you open up the game, this is what it looks like, and this is what it sounds like. So I don't think you wanted to listen to the static noise while I'm doing my intro. This is a Deltarune fan game that is still in active development. Please make sure to check out and support Deltarune itself upon its officially fully releases. Again, this was made before 3 and 4 came out. Press Z 3 or more times to confirm. If you have not seen the trailer to this was in Under Event back in January. If you haven't seen the trailer or played this game yourself, the intro to this game might be a surprise to you. I had to look at this intro to make sure the game was working, but I haven't played past this point. Again, this is a Deltarune fan game. And it looks like this. What a great computer you have, Mr. WD. Welcome, new user. You've been personally invited to join the Fragmentation Network. Press Z to confirm. No. No. Fine. Amazing! Firstly, please provide us with your name. Oh, it doesn't matter what you type. I was gonna put in a name. Hypoaster. Greetings! Hypoaster. Currently, you are suffering from 3 feelings. Confused about this entire situation you've awoken in. overwhelmed with all these new thoughts rushing through your head. And worst of all, purposelessness. We're all stuck in this nothingness devoid of hope. Fragmentation Network aims to solve this conundrum. We are a team of researchers working together with one goal in mind. To break free from this hell, to reconnect. Welcome to the Fragmentation Network, Hypothetical. We pray that one day we will all meet once again. First, we must set up your profile. Please look up and smile at the webcam. Stunning! That's him. Now, we move on to your avatar. Please customize the entity to your liking. Wow. Bald. I want to move my microphone slightly. I bumped my microphone, and it's, like, not in the correct spot, so I think it's, like, peaking slightly. I'm just going to move that back a little bit. That seems a little better. I think we're good. Fun fact, because these are all Goner Maker things, this shirt is in the Goner Maker. It actually happens to be Chris's church clothes. Name your avatar, a representation of you. Okay, I actually can type this one. Pokegaster 6... I was gonna do Pokegaster 666. This is Pokegaster. That's it. That's what its name is. Fragment durability test. All new fragments must take the durability test to gauge their efficiency and intelligence. Navigate the proxy to the finish. It even has slow soul mode as well. Next, we shall test your mental capability. In the upcoming test, you will be asked to answer mathematical equations. Use the proxy to select which answer you believe to be correct. 9. 12. 25. That one. Congratulations! With the data gathered, a decision has been made. You have been selected to join the Simulation Research Division as a junior researcher. Yeah. You and your fellow researchers will be spearheading the investigation into the simulation. The simulation is a program that you will be very acquainted with. We have written a basic explanation with our current knowledge on the subject. This has been placed within the simulation_manual.txt located in your logs. Finally, you shall be having a quick meeting with a network admin shortly. Welcome to the Fragmentation Network, Dr. Hypothetical. Greetings. Are you receiving these messages? Totally, bro. Excellent. We've had issues with new connections in the past, you see. It's not often we recruit new members. I'll begin with an introduction. I am one of the network admins. We are only one below the highest ranking in the network. You will report to us when requested and keep us updated on your divisions. Do you understand? Totally. Broski doodle. Moving on. In the orientation sequence before, you successfully set up their profile. Though just in case something went wrong, I will ask for the following. Are you user Dr. Hypoaster with the avatar representation labeled Pokegaster? Indeedy dingle, my broski. Noted. Once this meeting is over, you may adjust those settings on the home screen. On to the agreements. Firstly, do you understand the simulation is a separate world detached from anything currently existing? I do now. Next, are you content with the possibility of irregularities and inaccuracies within the simulation itself? Absolutely. My diggity dog. This will be a problem. The simulation is prone to these faults, as it is the nature of science itself. I trust that you, as a scientist yourself, you'll grow to disregard any abnormalities. If any are of true issue, do not slam your desk in anger. Instead, contact the head of the Simulation Research Division, or the Ver.0.0.3. And finally, are you prone to pain or seizure? Do you feel free to pinch yourself to test this. No. Noted. You can lessen visual strain in the settings menu by toggling simple VFX. There are also many other useful settings for you to tinker with. And with that, Dr. Hypoaster, we have reached the end of this meeting. I truly thank you for your time and your cooperation. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. I have no doubt you will be a particularly large help to our cause. I would be lying if I didn't say I'm quite excited to see what you bring to the table. Anywho, goodbye for now, Dr. Hypoaster. The head of the Simulation Research Division will reach out to you shortly, and in due time, we shall actualize our dreams. Wow, what a great 15-minute intro. Oh, look, it's Everyman up there. My mouse is not captured, but there's Everyman in the top left. Press anything. Nice Deltarune sticker. Let me know the how the volume is. We'll look at that later. Hypotheticals, inspect the logs. Simulation manual text. The Simulations is a program that we have come up with a long time ago, among many other different files stored in these machines. When ran, it displays a bird's eye view of a small town in the fall season. As the simulation runs, we can occasionally spot entities, beings within the simulation, living what seem to be normal day-to-day lives. The simulation can only be ran on one machine at a time, with each time being run known as an instance. If we decide to interact with the simulation directly, we can run an additional program known as the proxy. This injects a user-controlled heart into the simulation itself and allows us to control it with a keyboard or other input device. With the proxy, we are able to take control of an entity and use them as our gateway into interfacing with the simulation. With the testing we have done, the simulation seems to run on an identical time of events every time we run a new instance. Our experiments mainly make us use the butterfly effect to test different outcomes and how much control we truly have in this simulated world. If you wish to end simulation early, you may make use of the pause button listed within your settings to temporarily pause the simulation. Then you are able to navigate with the proxy and select your desired option in the pause menu. Objective: become acquainted with the simulation program and understand how it runs with little to no interference. We shall document this as a timeline and adjust our future research accordingly. With the little testing we've done with the simulation program already, it is clear that it has potential to aid in reaching our shared goal. If the simulation is truly an infinite world housed entirely within this program, then the possibility of using this infinite potential to power something greater, or to experiment with these ideas too dangerous for us to test ourselves, is our main reasoning for researching into it. As it stands, we are still limited by both performance and experience. The simulation program is incredibly taxing to run for extended periods of time. Additionally, we currently have no way to explore the simulation's worlds or interface with it directly. We are stuck with a bird's eye view. We have hoped to further test the simulation by investigating the settings it uses to govern the world, but this has been denied by the SDR's head researcher for a long time. We have much to learn about the simulation program, and in the coming experiments, we hope to finally prove its usefulness to our cause. Making sure the game capture is fine. It does seem to be. Hypotheticals. I believe this one, The Roaring Begins, was one added in an update about 1 week after the game came, or after 1 week after chapters 3 and 4 came out. So I think we'll just start at the bottom. Concluding... Actually, no. No, I feel like it's calling concluding, which would be the end. I think we start at the top of this. That sounds correct. A prophecy foretold. A legend prophesies has finally reached its somber conclusion. Maybe? I don't know. Let's start here. What if the fountain located within the supply closet had been sealed in order for the balance of light and dark to be restored? Solve Ruzel's puzzle. Talk to 28 townsfolk. This is a hypothetical that was made before Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 released. It's zoomed in a little bit. This is just what it looks like. This hypothetical is self-contained during Chapter 7 and assumed Chapter 7 of Deltarune, and something regards to certain variables like character depth, relationship complexities, or major events that occur as of writing unreleased chapters. Hypothetical won't be updated to accommodate recently released post-Chapter 2 content. It also assumes the following. The night and roaring will be stopped. The world does not end in a time loop. Gasser and the vessel will not interfere. I think the crop is fine. Susie, are you okay? You've got goosebumps. No, not really. Please, talk to us. We're here for you. All the things we've done. Did any of it really matter? If it all just has been erased in the end? It mattered, Susie. It all mattered. Without you and Chris, your world might have been destroyed. But because of you, the lives of all Lightners will continue. You're a hero, Susie. Nothing can change that. I guess you're right. It's just, I don't want to lose this place, you know? I don't want to say the last goodbye to my friends. None of us want that, Susie. Me, everyone in town, we all feel the same, however. Or same, period. However, as long as the fountain stays open, the roaring could still come. Sealing it, it's the only way. Here, I have an idea. Before we conclude our time together, how about we say one last goodbye to everyone in town? I'm sure they'd love to see us one last time. Yeah, that would be nice. All these adventures. I knew they had to end sometime. I mean, me and Chris won't be stuck in the school forever, right? But now that we're here, I don't know, it just feels really sudden. We've been through so much together. I think that's what makes this moment special. Everything we've done, it's led us here, to this one last journey. When you put it that way, it almost seems like we planned it. Guess we better make this one count, huh? Chris, would you do the honors? And lead us one more time through the dark. Once upon a time, a legend was whispered among shadows. It was a legend of hope. It was a legend of dreams. It was a legend of light. It was a legend of dark. This is the legend of Deltarune. For millennia, light and boring. Well, the game is full screen. I have it in full screen. Okay, it's slightly not... When I'm looking at this, it's ever so slightly not cropped properly. But, like, oh well. It's just gonna be like that, I think. If I can just, like, do that. And that will have to do. That's a good way to do it. Oh, there's a dyslexia option, too. That's fun. Nothing but garbage noise. Notice, do not lean over balcony edge. It's a new Brit-shaped door. Unfortunately, you are too big to fit inside. Rehab. So this queen door is actually an unused door. Okay, now it is... Okay, maybe it was correct, because now... Whatever, man. Whatever, man. I had this perfect, and then the pause menu made it look different. Also, this is just how loud it is. Bro. This is gonna bother the hell out of me now that I fucked it up. There we go. Also, can I go... Audio, music. Why is this not at 100%? Anyway, the queen door is an unused thing in the files of Chapter 2, which is why it's here. But this door was actually used for Queen's Room in Chapter 4. I see. What a fun game we played all that time ago. Fun game? You tried to kill us, freak. Oh, don't be such a downer. Spice up your life with chaos. Chaos! Listen closely. The prince warns that our time draws to its conclusion soon. Limited time only. Die now and get one never. Fate infected these worlds. All hope neglected. But you Delta warriors bested the odds. How unexpected! And yet, even so, us Darkners are the only ones who'll have to go. It's out of our control, dude. perhaps you're right, and I am wrong. Fate always finds a way. Chris, it's been too long since we've last spoke in. You never give forgiveness to all of the deals I gave. But don't jinkies! I could see it in your face. Gather round, everyone. I have a story to tell you. See, thanks to your fluffy pillows, friend here, me and the squad have a place to call prison. But alas, we remain trapped. The prince claims we're in a danger to the public. What? I never said that. Liar. Liar, liar. Pants on. It burns. Let us break free. We've changed. I believe you. It's just Spampton. You sold my entire castle to Lancer. The boy's persuasive practices tutorial. He even said, pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Why wasn't I told my castle was for sale? Listen, Your Highness, I was told it's free real estate. And Jevil, about that show you put on? Whee! What a spectacle! A circus for all to enjoy. 'Twas very respectable. You were firing attacks into the audience. Oh, please, it's just a simple chaos. You kids gotta learn how fun it is being free. Eureka! That's it. Ralsei, buddy, chum, pal. I've got a special deal just for you. You dare life sentence us while the end is nigh? Cut me some slack. Let me free sample outside one last time. A marvelous fun it is to break free. You don't think I'm forcing you to stay here, do you? I don't have a bell. Ding, ding, ding. Listen, I know you've both had bad experiences with royalty, but this isn't one of them. You can leave anytime you want. It's not a prison, I promise. Aha! What a mix-up! But lo, our story ends happy! Hot diggity dog! Do my missing ears dare deceive me? Spectacles! You've outdone yourself. Bravo! I could... Give them a moment. I could free smooches. You. Our very own humble abode. Free of charge. Yep, well, that's how I see it at least. I will never leave. We're too scary for the outside world. But in our little residence, we're perfect. A nice remembrance of home. Doesn't work. Alas, it has fallen to disrepair. Oh, what's wrong with it? It requires one dark jalon to function. That's it? Here, I'll put one in. Hip hip, let's ride the carousel game! I think we're way too big for it. The sheriff, oh, the stories we've heard! A pity he's not here to join the party! Stomping bad guys, shooting customers, like the cut of his man's giblets. Oh, the sheriff. Oh, if only you were real. What? I've never met this man in my lives. I never download a deputy to my hard drive. Hey you, 3-for-2 deal, hands off the hot rod. My prized Gungadero is worth a bajillion doll hairs. I'm sure I've seen loads of these in town. It's one of a kind, unusual quality. Yeah, no, these are the cars with the weird legs, right? You crack downloaded me up, kid! Did you see it? My ride just exit the store. This is the 0 out of 5 stars. Day of my death. They won't let me talk to him again. Well, what a fun time it was revisiting our old friends. It's funny to say, if this was real, Ralsei says Gerson can't be revived in Castletown, but what if? What if there was just Gerson standing next to, like, Spampton, and then just, like, the Roaring Knight. He's just standing in, like, in the middle chair. What's funny is that this room was in a Toby Fox newsletter. So, like, we knew what this room looked like beforehand, and it's literally the same. So, like, this is actually accurate. Lampshade with rules scribbled on the side. These speakers are so loud, I can't hear myself think. What? I said I can't hear myself think! I can't hear you! It's too loud in here! Wow, this is also almost accurate. I don't remember creating this room. To do, cleaneth mine storage, continue thy mine shaft. There's a smaller text at the bottom. Remembereth, thou can pusheth 2 blocks at once. Caution, mining in process. Has Rules been digging into the walls? Well, I admire his persistence. A large carving of brick and rock. It appears quite a lot of work has went into this creation. Here, I'll say, if this dude's struggling to make a doorway, how did he make the entire rooms under a day? A mix of magic, perseverance, and a touch of love. Whoa, this dude's has a whole pirate ship? Wait, it's just a cardboard cutout. I have to, like, shuffle this around. Look, Chris, this is the pirate attire Rules wore during our battle. When the hell did you guys have a cool pirate battle? And why wasn't I invited? I have to shuffle this box around. I have to keep speaking, otherwise Materia Collective will fucking destroy my YouTube channel and everything I've ever loved. Wow. I solved the puzzle. You place your hand onto the pickaxe. A Pokemon fan game, I have to fight a Raikou and a Suicune in a row, and they're all speed boosters and I can't catch them. That sounds like shit. Good luck. Place your hands onto the pickaxe. The sudden urge to mine overwhelms you. I sure did solve that puzzle. He didn't do anything, but he solved it. Anyway. You place your hand on the doorknob. Your hand is covered in wet paint. Painted a door. Sweet dreams, Lancer's bike. Music player, listen to its contents. I pushed that box onto the other goal. We asked those music dudes to make a tune with only splat sounds. I mean, I can go back, just in case. Oh, I had it in the wrong corner. I had it in this corner, not the other corner. Well, shit. Okay, there we go. This should work. Wow. Just for a second, you heard something. Sounded like great annoyance in a familiar accent. It was worth it for the confetti. This has the Susie plush in it. Hey, who put googly eyes on my statue? And who put this signature that reads, "By Lancer" here too? There, Susie Jr. One day, me and you will... And what are you two looking at? Nothing. I almost forgot. I can't let this food go to waste. I just need to grab this and that, and my pockets are full. Yeah, but let's leave your food in the fridge. Gee, I could really go for a nap right about now. Sorry, Susie. No time for naps, I'm afraid. Not even a short one. Me and you both know short doesn't mean short. Guess you know me too well. What's that smell? Must be the scented stickers I put in your manual. There were flavored stickers in my manual? Wish I actually read it now. It's clothes drawer, brimming with torn scraps of fabric. Susie, what happened to all the outfits I made for you? They ripped each other apart. Luckily, your decorative moss remains untouched. What? I know it's not real, dumbass. She had to ask me to make sure. Why do you still have this creepy thing? It's a wardrobe full of all sorts of different clothes. Yet for some reason you refuse to ever change your outfit. It's a shelf. You must have forgotten to collect some keepsakes. Your manual has accumulated quite a lot of dust. The closer you get, the more you need to sneeze. You're allergic to reading too, Chris? Your manual... Stop it. Of all the beds that you've inspected on your journey, this bed has earned second place. Really? I scored second place? I'm honored, Chris. Oh, Chris. After you both said your goodbyes, the door above the cauldron should lead to the base of the fountain. So whenever you're both ready, I'll unlock it. What's that, Chris? Are you hungry? Don't worry, I'll bake you something. Can I get a bite too? Hey, Chris, you gonna finish that? Perfect. It's standing guard, less aggressive than before. You know, this cell is incredibly homely. We're gonna stay here until our end. Oh, and the meals aren't half bad either. Move along, us kings have important matters to discuss. There's an engraving of Lancer chiseled into the stone. I wonder, is something wrong, Susie? I'm just thinking, since King isn't here anymore, is his hamster wheel up for grabs? It's the royal water bottle. You bow in respect. Chris? Hey, wait your turn, Chris. Oh boy, I'm trashy! Haha, I was right! Everybody in town loves me! They all love my wisdom and grace! Holy heck, let's go! Oh, this guy isn't so bad when you get to know him. Nurbridge's law is just as scared as everybody else. However, I won't hesitate to console all those in need. Surely you must be scared too, right? Nurbridge's always here if you need to talk. My man. The fountain being sealed is terrifying. I was just starting to get accustomed to this town too. And it's weird seeing Hypothetical Chapter 7 with only Chapter 2 Darkners in it. You pet the task. Boss, I'm so ashamed of you. How could you let the prince cause such chaos? Oh, I'm sorry, but there wasn't much of a choice. Well, I suppose you're right. I've grown to accept a little disorderliness. It doesn't hurt anybody. Also, your glasses are slightly crooked. The cafe is closed. Young masters, our journey has finally been fulfilled. We have managed to sweep and clean the entirety of this little town. And just in time, too.
Don't tell the big guy that I told you this, but I'm a dust bunny. Zucchini.
I can't believe this is happening. The cafe's closed right as I was going to try it for the first time. Why'd you have to go and seal the fountain today of all days? The fountain being sealed has let me really reflect on my life. All the people I've met, the adventures I've been on. I used to work in a mundane office building with the people I hate. Yeah, not the greatest history, but at least it got better near the end. Oh, welcome home. Pokegaster Town is in disarray. And then I heard a Lightner open up their own fountain. But I don't believe it. A Lightner would never do that. Yeah, as if. Not even I could survive that long. Defeating 20 enemies with no healing? Impossible. Party dojo's closed. The shop is closed. Fountain being sealed? Ha! That's what they want you to think. It's all a hoax, a ploy, a cunning scheme, a synonym for a plan. Mr. Hacker? There's not a period for Mr. It's true, Chris and Susie will be sealing the fountain soon. Drat! My game night has to be postponed yet again. There's a hole in the wall. There's nothing inside. Holding down shift to run does not carry between rooms for some reason. Hey, look! There's Lancer! Lancer, what's up? Silence!
Our beautiful little spherical boy is fast asleep! He wore himself out after calming everyone in town.
I'm so glad I get to do my queen voice for real, because I was sick during the release of Chapter 4. And 3, and I'm so sad about that, but it led for funny moments, I guess. Oh, sorry. Lightner. Susie, is it? Lancer has told me many tales of your adventures. I'll admit it's quite fascinating. How quickly he's grown into the little time you've shared together. He learns from the best, I guess. Ha ha ha. Yes. I'll always be grateful for the joy you brought to my little spade prince. There is something else I have to tell you, Lightnurse. I'm...
He's ever so sorry for his actions long ago.
That...
You would have kept stuttering, dear.
We apologize. We appreciate the apology, King. I'm happy to see you're warming up to us.
Is it so? Wholesome 100. I must also make a grand apology video.
What the hell are you saying?
Do you forgive me?
Fine, whatever, yeah.
How emotional! I could shed a tear right now! Not really, Lamau, I can't physically do that! Oh, Susie dearie, I almost forgot! Lancer wanted me to give you this before falling into a slumber.
What is it? A goodbye postcard. I helped him write it.
Aw, sweet! He stapled a cookie to it, too!
This has been nice, however, you are probably aware we have business to attend to. Yes, well, I suppose we cannot postpone the inevitable.
I'm saving this moment to my clips folder for keepsakes!
It's a birthday postcard with goodbye plastered on top. You take out the postcard. For Susie and the others. Happy goodbye. Hey, Susie and co. I had a genius idea to write a cool postcard saying goodbye that you can keep forever and ever and ever and ever. Thank you for being my friend even when we were enemies all that time ago. We were cool, though. You should tell all your Lightner friends about our cool adventures or even write a cool book. Anyways, I'm really tired and need to get some sleep. King here. Lancer has fallen asleep. I'll finish it for him. Farewell, Lightners. Stop looking at me like that. I'm not tearing up. The music store is closed. Closing down sale. Everything must go. All stock reduced from $4.99 to $4.98. Ever since we finished board construction, I felt right at home. It's happy about the new environment. Yeah! Bow before my newest king of the great board. I hath grown tired of being a mere royal assistant. Thus I claim the board as mine rightful domain, and as mine first act I shalt. The kingship is taxing, thou wouldn't understand mine plight. I devise a most splendid idea. I shall acquire a loyal royal lackey. Tell me, how wouldst thou enjoy servitude? What? You're really joining this dude? Marvelous! Oh, how truly magnificent. Thine first royal decree. Rid of this land of the vermin thou called friends. Way ahead of you. We're leaving anyway. Ah, run! Flee whilst thy legs remain attached.
Sorry, but the queen you're trying to contact is currently busy.
Busy with what?
Sending files to the cloud, sweetie.
I've been improving my social skills for quite some time now. This training dummy is really good. Is a really good listener. Never imagined my mannequin would end up becoming a consoler or counselor. This actually does happen in Chapter 4. It's just not in this room. I did it. I mastered the quintuple leg stance. All my hard work finally paid off. Will finally pay off. I can reach the top of the fridge now. The animals are enjoying their newfound freedom. No longer bound by the house rules or leashes. Seems to be locked. May never open again. That sucks. What does, Susie? I don't know, just sort of had this feeling it would open again, you know? Would have been nice to go back and see how much stronger I've gotten. Don't worry, Susie. You're definitely much stronger than before. And wiser, too. What's that supposed to mean? He's getting really good at rest. Or some really good rest. The Cuptons! Nice sprite layering. So the Cuptons were also shown in a newsletter beforehand, with their walking animation. So we knew what they looked like before 3 and 4 came out. So it's nice to see a Chapter 4 Darkner. It's peaceful. It's a peaceful town down here. It's peaceful down here. It's also quite quiet down here. That purple girl's breathing too loud. You're ruining my tranquility. Sadly, we don't get to hear the noise. It's hypnotizing. You can't look away. There's supposed to be a second rules card puzzle somewhere, I guess. Because I think I got a notification for an achievement. Refuse. What? Aw, Chris, you'd really pick us over being royalty. Such blasphemy shan't go unanswered. Marketh mine words, knave. Thou shalt rule this betrayal of foul and loyally worm. I would have liked to talk to Sham. Of course. This fountain is pissing me off. I'm the original Starwalker. You gaze deeply into the fountain's ripples. Every step taken, every choice made, every friend and enemy you've made along the way, it all led to this very moment. The culmination of your adventure is staring back at you. I just noticed Nubert's face is in the hole. Alright, well, I don't know where the second thing is. A bucket of luminous blue paint. This version of Castletown's not very big. And I Can I see it from here? Can I go here? No, I don't think so. I guess we go. Walking up to the door, you feel an overwhelming sense of closure. Are you sure you're ready to leave? So, here we are. The fountain's just behind this door. Hey, Ralsei? Yes, Susie? Is it really the last we'll see of you? Like, what if someone else tried to opening another fountain? I'm not sure, Susie. However, if anything like that did happen, hypothetically, I think I would have a good idea who would be called upon. Oh, I see. We're the Dark Fountain Plumbers. It appears so. Okay, let's do this. Are you coming with? No, I'll be watching from the balcony upstairs, though. Oh, and watch your step. I haven't been down there in a long time. So, this is it, huh? Chris, can I ask you something? When this is all over, will we still be friends? Who am I kidding? We still need to finish that school project. And I don't think I could ever lose a friend like you. Alright. Whenever you're ready. It was as if your very soul was glowing. Did I miss it? No, you're just in time, in fact. Phew, I wouldn't want to miss a big moment for some extra shut-eye. Hey, Lancer, do you think they'll like our parting gift? Don't be silly. It's got me in it after all. Good point. Maybe I should stop worrying so much. This fan game is a bunch of hypothetical Deltarune scenarios. This scenario is, what if we had to close the Castletown Dark Fountain to fully, like, close the rift between light and dark so that the roaring could not happen? Chin up, Ralphie. We won, remember? Close enough. Wasn't this, like, destiny or something? It's complicated, but most of it, yes. So you knew I was gonna be awesome hero all along? No, that was entirely up to you. Well, from what we know from Chapter 4, Lancer is actually in the prophecy. So, slightly not correct, sadly. Whoa, so I chose to be epic? It must be so humble deep down. Man. These actually happening in the, in actual Deltarune after everything we see in the main game would actually make me start crying, I think. Oh, my head's killing me. Chris? This is what the supply closet actually looks like. Gotta say, it's not quite as grand as a whole kingdom. Hey, are you tearing up? You alright? Also, I noticed that to the right. A popular theory for a long time has been Ralsei is actually Chris's red horn headband that they lost as a kid. Or they had as a kid and then lost eventually. this is going with that presumption. I'll give you a minute. You can't think straight. Am I ready to leave? No, not again! It's a full house. More junk. The spoils from your adventures. Reluctantly, you accept that you'll need to return everything, or be known as the town thief. You turn on the laptop. The last open web page is a tutorial on how to make DIY battle armor. You bookmark the page and close the laptop. It's a pile of boxes. One box is full of dusty fantasy books. Another box is full of packing peanuts. Not the tasty kind. It's going from the perspective of this is the closet door, and then this is the door to the unused classroom. Oh, hey. Did you, like, sprout horns in there or something? Whoa, wait, humans can actually do that? Huh, guess you really do like your mom now. You do look like your mom now. Pretty cool, actually. So, while you were in there, I found something. It was just sitting in my pocket, I guess. Take a look. Hypothesis complete. I don't want to cry or anything. Wow, great. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about this information. Document 27F argument. Hypoaster, what do you think, everybody? Wind? Absolutely not. Manny, why would we test that to begin with? Redact, I'll allow it. You can't be serious. Stop being rash. We'll lose simulation access at this rate. I do not see the issue. We aim to test every possibility, no? You're toying with the entities like animals. They're not real. They're not alive. You are a coward. This hypothetical has nothing to do with the goal. That too. You filth are all the burden to my research. Dr. Hypo has to relax. We will do this hypothetical. That is final. Everything leading up to where we stand in research of the simulation feels wrong. No matter what we do, even when it enhances our knowledge on the subject, I can't help but feel we're looking at it the wrong way. Recently, we improved traversal through the simulation with the proxy program. This should be amazing. All the exploration and information we can gain will skyrocket. But then again, why should we care? This isn't the big picture. Learning to move a pawn forward 2 steps in chess isn't something to celebrate. I feel like there's more we're missing. If I go back to this... Okay, I was looking at something wrong. I thought there was like 2... I thought it said there were 2 puzzles, but I was looking at it wrong. I don't know how I was doing that wrong. But no, we did everything then. Free drinks! Next, ICES is offering free drinks for all paying customers. So it's not free. Hypothetical was made before Chapters 3 and 4 released. Hypothetically, what if the, as of writing, unnamed cup characters, the Cuptons, teased in the Deltarune Winter 2024 newsletter was an enemy we fought in the Dark World? It was not an enemy we fought in the Dark World. They were little helpful characters in the church. So this got it incredibly wrong. They thought it was going to be in Icy's Pizza. It was, in fact, the church. Resolve the battle peacefully. Defeat the Siplets with violence. They call them Siplets. That's, you know, quite similar to Cupton, I suppose. Take 0 damage the entire battle. Hypothetical self-contained chapter. This hypothetical was made before the Switch 2 release trailer. I really wish this wasn't like this. It also assumes the following. Noelle will re-enter the Dark World at some point. Chapters 3 and 4 Dark World is an ICES. Oops. The Cupwaka sprite is an enemy. Oops. Wait, look up there. It says they're serving free drinks up ahead. Finally, I've been dying for something to drink all day. Smells like watered down fruit juice. My second favorite. That cutout looks freaky. Tell me about it. Do any of you want a cup too? No thanks, I'm okay. You shake your head. Suit yourselves. Sharing isn't my forte anyway. Red. No, well, I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. I could have sworn that cup just shook itself in my hand. It's fine. Don't worry about it. See? I knew that damn cup moved on its own. What's with the angry look in its eye? It's probably not happy about me dunking it in the bowl. Wait, you don't think it wants to... Why is it doing this? I don't know why it's doing this. I also don't know why the game is really low. If I can tab back in... I can't F11 to unfull screen this. I have an idea. I just have to close and reopen the game. I mean, then I can't really do much with the game, because then it's not going to be cropped properly. But, like, I could do this. I could just get rid of the border, and we could play like this instead, and I just move my camera up. I guess we can play like this instead, and we'll see if that fixes the problem. Free drinks. Well, when I do that, the top of the box is still broken. Like, the disclaimer is still not... It's still not done properly. So, like, I don't know. I can read this in full now. The hypothetical self-contained set during chapters 3 and 4 and assumed 7, chapter 7 of Deltarune and disregards certain variables like character deaths, relationships, complexities, or major events may occur as of writing unreleased chapters. Well, when it's in full screen like this, the sprites don't. The sprites aren't proper. Okay, can I do this then? I unfull screen the game. What the fuck? Where the hell's my mouse? It still looks like this. It just is like this for some reason. There's no reason for it to be like this. Alright, this game is made in a slightly jank way, which is quite upsetting. Because this is what the full screen looks like. If I undo all this, this is actually correct. If I do this way, but then, like, the outside is broken still. And then the audio is also just quiet. Like, this is loud, but then Brood Buster is for some reason quiet. Alright, well, this is just how it is. Siplet almost slips into a puddle of juice. S action Siplet. N action Siplet. Siplet. 7 attack, 2 defense. And not a solo cup. Cheers to the bad guys I've beaten up. Cheers to the countless times I've had to be saved. Whoa. Yeah, I'm supposed to do this damage list for an achievement? I agree. Siplet almost slips into a puddle of juice. Nice sprites. Cheers to the difficulties we've triumphed. Siplet almost slips into a puddle of juice. Here's the difficult times we've triumphed. I like these attacks. Hope it does enough. It does not. To the equipment you found along the way. Susie spared Siplet. And then it goes like this, and like then the text is like super broken, and I wish it was not like that. Because if I do this, then I have to recrop everything again. Whatever. That wasn't so bad. You really thought those puny cups were gonna beat us? Of course not, silly. I would have preferred not fighting, though. Chris, how do we tell her most of what we do here is battling? Did you say something, Susie? Oh, nothing. We're planning for future encounters. There's gonna be more fights? Well, check there. Yeah, that's a much shorter scenario. I had to crop so many things differently here. The game is just going into, like, different aspect ratios that are not correct. And it's bothering me. That'll work, maybe? Sure. What am I doing? Inspect logs. First thoughts. Fragmentation network. They have piqued my interest. I have had little time to question my current situation, but with what I've managed to process, it's clear that I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Nothing but black void surrounds me in my workstation. I am still trying to work up the courage to explore it. I feel as if I was born yesterday, yet I have knowledge that I do not know of my origin. My mind feels fragmented, like there are holes everywhere. My goal My goal, not the networks, is to fill these holes with new knowledge. This simulation program, an infinite world where we are gods, is the key. I'm pretty sure I'll get other things if I do the other tasks as well. Oh, this is mixed in with the other ones. This is showing that it's new, but it's also here. What if I try and do this the other way, then? Also, I think the shortcuts button was to, like, start the battle instantly. Can I actually try that? If I go free drinks, shortcuts. Begin the fight. There, that's helpful. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be like this, I think, because I don't feel like changing the crop every single time. I don't know why it's doing this, but again, this game is a work in progress. Bleb. There we go. That felt unnecessary. Well, what else should we do? It attacked us first. But you did dunk it underwater. It's not my fault it looked like it was all like all the other inanimate cups. Let's just keep moving forward. And fast. That cutout feels like it's staring right at me. Alright, let's go, Chris. Another achievement. Hypothesis complete. Didn't look like it gave me anything else. I'm gonna try and take 0 damage. That wasn't even touching me. At least there's a restart battle button. Okay. The ice cubes attack is not my favorite attack. Ugh. I just have one more attack. And it's the bubbles one. I can dodge the bubbles. I can dodge the bubbles attack. There we go. Achievement. Hypothesis completed. Inspect logs. Concerns. I have a concern. I am busy. Log 00B needs to be sent ASAP. I am backed up as it is. This concern is related to our entire investigation. I implore you to heed it as soon as possible. Please make it quick. Absolutely. In short, I'm concerned about how little we get to interact with the simulation. I could barely experiment with it in the time we get given before losing access to the simulation. We need more time to experiment and figure this simulation stuff out. 1 more hour. 1 hour more than enough? No, not for me. I've got an experiment that I need to do, and I need time. More time. I'll contact an admin and ask. Even as head of SR, I can read, SDR, I don't have power to grant that yet. Though I'm curious, what is your experiment? The proxy program is the key to control. The roaring begins. The sky will run black with terror, and the land will crack with fear. Hypothetically, this was made before Chapter 3 and 4's release. How would an impactful event that would trigger the roaring play out? No bonus quests. The festival hasn't occurred yet. Alfie's Chapter 1 group project has a specific theme or subject. Chris, Susie, Noelle/Birdley have become close friends in the light world. Chris, Susie, and Birdley have met Rudy Holiday previously. Gaster will speak to us again at some point. And this is, I think it said at the top, a hypothetical. Actually, I want to read that at the top. That was slightly different. Oh wait, no, this one's after this one. I missed this one entirely somehow. Hold on. I don't know how I missed this one. What would an in-universe interaction between the as-of-writing, still undisclosed Papyrus be like? This is assuming that he isn't some sort of villainous foe. Find a snack for Susie, successfully obtained a mystical artifact. Let's do this one first, because this one actually takes place first. I somehow missed this. Hypothetical is a self-contained and disconnected from Deltarune's overall story. It also assumes the following. Papyrus is real. Papyrus is not the knight. Papyrus would be friends with the legendary warrior. Spoilers, you'll know who. Well, here we are. Welcome to me and my brother's humble abode. Feel free to have a look. I'll look-see around anywhere but my room. You see, I've got skeletons in my closet. For real? No, I'm out here right now. Gee, you're really giving me a workout. All done? Wow, you have one of those fancy giant TVs? Yeah, works wonders for the news channels. Is that all you can use it for? News? On the off chance newspapers are sold out. We turn on the TV for a moment. Text, breaking news, is burnt into the top left of the screen. He wasn't joking. Take a look into the trash. It's filled to the brim with dirty laundry. You guys put dirty clothes in the trash? Yup. What else are you supposed to do with them? Reuse them? Why is everyone looking at me funny? It's a blue hamster wheel, missing the hamster. You guys have a hamster? Nah, my brother just wanted the wheel part. Only the wheel? He uses his fingers to pretend he's running inside of it. I'd imagine he'd like a giant one his size. Unfortunately, they're out of stock. You know what they say? What? All toasters toast bread. Yeah, no duh. Or is he just chuckling to himself? It's a pan with a bunch of mismatched ingredients cobbled together. Look of it alone makes you want to gag. Don't mind that. I tried cooking for the first time. I'm quite the chef. What is it? Well, that's for you to decide. It smells sour. You inform Sans that his dish isn't edible. Hey, you haven't even tried it yet. Your hands are already clean. Nice regular-sized sink. Take a look inside the fridge. One small tub of ice cream is at the bottom. It looks untouched. The rest of the fridge is filled with instant noodles. Why is the ice cream in the refrigerator and not the freezer? Feel free to take one. They're pretty easy to cook. Susie got the instant noodles. Who said anything about cooking them? Hello. Unfortunately, the hotline for idiot babies is currently in use. You are 934th place in queue. Please hold. Greetings. Unfortunately, the hotline for idiot babies is currently in use. Hi, honey. Are you spending time with Susie again? What's that? You're meeting Sans' brother with her? How exciting. The more friends, the merrier. Just make sure you're home before sunset. I have a pie cooling. Pizza slice. incredibly soggy slice of pizza from Icy's. Looked at the junk ball in admiration. Nothing happened. You took it from your pocket. You have a very, very bad feeling about throwing it away. Throw it away anyway. Yes. Hand shaking, you dropped the ball of junk onto the ground. It broke into pieces. You felt bitter. You dropped the pizza slice. It splats on the ground, leaving a nasty yellow stain. Alright, Sans, you can clean that up. It's a comic book. The title reads, Bon Voyage, Tales of the Magical Heroes. What do you want to do? A few skeletons stand on the edge of a cliff. A purple hooded skeleton hurls his fist into the sky. All of a sudden, a giant battle breaks out. Swords clashing, magic flying through the air. Gonna have to cut you off there, pal. It gets pretty graphic in the next page. That's the whole point! It's a comic swan. Title reads, You Can't Make Out What It Is Anymore. You place your hand on the doorknob. You just got electrocuted. Shocked? The electric bill only covers one shock this month. Framed picture of a bone. The sheer magnitude of artistic expression leaves you awestruck. Shield your eyes from its beauty. You avert your eyes instantly. Stop staring at me, freak! Lengthy note accompanied by multiple flower stickers. Sans, stop putting flower stickers on my door! Sure. Don't replace them with bee stickers! Okay. Skull stickers? What happened to the bees? Bees need flowers. Fine, you may place 2 flower stickers. The note is signed with an additional flower sticker. All done? Alright, I'll go fetch him. With the power of my mighty blade, I shall slay the beast! He's ready for you. For millennia, I've laid in rest, waiting for this very day. The day I set off on my own quest for riches and power. My fate is already decided, and it states I will be the greatest. For I am the one and only Great Knight of Varrock. Prepare to say nighty-night, beasts, as you'll be dead by daylight. Yeah! Yeah. Wait a minute. Nighty-night? You made the last night of my introduction a pun? Yep. I'm supposed to be intimidating, not witty. I thought I asked you to write these seriously. Hey, relax. Your guest found it funny. My guests? Hey. Here's the people I want you to meet. Ah! Where are my manners? Greetings, my name is Papyrus. And I'm Susie. It's a pleasure to meet you, Susie. And you must be Chris, correct? Sans has told me many interesting facts about you. Many of them nonsensical. Is it true humans can fly? Hey, Papyrus, how about you give him a tour of your room? That's a brilliant idea, Sans. Why do you still have your ogre ears on? Wouldn't be able to hear you otherwise. Chris, Susie, let us begin our grand tour. Through my bedroom. First important stop on the journey. Behold, my trash can. Now, you may be inclined to think I use it, but you'd be wrong, as the note reads, closed for renovations. So I'll have to wait until those are done. Who's renovating a trash can? Great question. The answer remains a mystery. Here is my erratical bed, perfect for snooze cruises. Whoa, is it able to drive?
You have a keen eye. Sadly, it doesn't drive.
Gas prices are too high around here.
Next, feast your eyes on this art piece. Sans scored it at a garage sale recently.
Live, laugh, love.
What's that supposed to mean? I believe it to hold a deeper meaning. The sun is alive, and it loves laughing.
Perhaps it's just an inspirational message.
Ah, I get it. I must be like the sun. I must love living and love laughing.
Close enough.
This is where all the magic happens. My computer. I'd love to show you all the adventures I've been on, but the internet is out. I can't log in. Sam must have forgotten to pay the bill.
Probably.
And this is my new friends. These are my new friends. This is the old one and only wonderful table of wacky, whimsical wonders. A vast land full of whatever you imagine. And best of all, you can be whoever you wish. Do I have an unrelated question for you? I do have an unrelated question for you, too. What fantasy classes would you be?
Fantasy classes? Maybe one that could do magic?
A mage! Master of the arcane arts. Great pick! And you, Chris? What class would you be?
Personally, I would pick Archer, but I think it would be very funny to click Knight.
Marvelous pick! I too would be a knight, serving as a glorious king up until my last breath.
Serving the glorious king.
Well, that brings us to the end of our tour.
Wait, what about the rest of the stuff on the table?
You want to know more?
Yeah, it sounded kind of cool, and I like fantasy stuff.
One moment. Susie, Chris, how would you like to learn the age-old game of overlords and ogres?
You got time to kill, why not?
Wonderful! Gather around the table. Are you free? Perfect! You should come over for a little, OAO. There are some new recruits joining us. Apologies for that, but I have good news. A legendary warrior, almost as great as me, will be joining us very shortly. In the meantime, you two have a lot to learn. But fret not, me and Sans are well equipped to teach. Alright, I'll show you rookies how this works.
Plants vs. Zombies sound fun.
First, we'll create our characters. For example, I, the great knight of Ver.0.0.3. With my mighty blade, no beast stands a chance. Now, Susie, who will you be?
I'm Susie the Mage.
Come now, you can be more imaginative.
Let me think. I'm, Susria the Mystic.
Ah, excellent! That suits you well. Now then, Chris, who shall you be? Now about Chris the human. Now that our characters are ready, let's move on to the gameplay. Sans will be our narrator for this epic quest.
Hello, said me.
He'll describe all the dangers and troubles we face. He'll also roll 2 dice to dictate fate. High number? Great. Low number? Count your prayers. In-game, we control our character's actions. In battle, we'll choose our moves wisely. We need to work together if we want to succeed. Now that we've covered the basics, let's begin our journey. To start you two off easy, Sans, give us a nice basic adventure.
The great knight of Varrock, Susaria the Mystic, and Chris entered the temple.
A heist for a lost artifact. Thrilling!
Varrock triggers a pressure plate, activating a trap. A massive boulder drops, crushing the entire party.
What? Nice move, Varrock. You're dead already.
We're dead already.
It wasn't my fault. Sans set me up.
You did say a nice basic adventure.
The nerve. Whatever. Let's retry. This time, my character will be more vigilant. Drat! He's here already.
I thought it was going to be Undyne, because this doesn't count the fact that Undyne is currently trapped in the shelter below the town. I thought it was going to be Undyne. No matter. Sans, would you please let him in?
On it, Your Highness.
So, Papyrus, what's the deal with this legendary warrior?
Ah, where do I even begin? You see, in our adventures, I tend to not survive very long. Boulders crush me, swinging axes slash me. No matter what, I never seem to make it to the end. Except when he's in the party. We make it slightly further. Somehow, he defies Sans' ridiculous challenges. And together, we become an unstoppable duo.
Sounds like they do all the heavy lifting.
Nonsense! My enthusiasm is a key to our victory.
Oh. Oh. Fret not, fear not, citizens. Your hero is in enchanted armor has arrived. Betrayed by my original flock, I vow to help the innocent. Give up whilst you still have a chance, wicked beasts, lest you face the wrath of the Azure Falcon.
Azure Falcon?
Susie, Chris, you're the two new recruits joining our party? Yeah, I guess so.
I was just educating them on how to play.
Perfect, but are they fit for combat?
Susie, a giant ogre attacks you. What do you do?
Cast a death spell?
Yep, I deem them ready.
Varrock, Azure Falcon, Cesaria, and Chris embark on a grand adventure. An ancient ruin that holds a mystical artifact calls for them. Will they triumph the dangers inside forever or rot inside its walls?
I will equip my mighty blade and trusty shield.
My halberd, blessed by the Aves gods, will be accompanying me. I'll bring my cool stick that looks like a staff. You'll be bringing a short sword. The party set off on their adventure. Varrock enters first, stepping in. Wait! I pick a stone and toss it into the doorway of the ruins. 12. A boulder drops where you would have stood.
Oh, such clever foresight!
Adventuring 101. Watch out for booby traps.
Stop giggling, Sans.
Booby. The party enters the ancient ruin. A smell of damp moss fills the air. Deeper within, they come into a large pile of golden coins.
Perfect! We found our loot already!
That isn't the mystical artifact we came for, Varrock.
Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Surely pocketing a few coins wouldn't hurt, right? Roll for how many golden coins I take.
Rock puts 2 coins in his bag.
That's good. More room for other goodies.
You want to roll for more coins?
I shouldn't let greed overwhelm me. What's the catch?
An odd number will wake up a giant goblin sleeping on top of the pile.
The giant goblin?
Giant goblin! Giant goblin! Varrock, fight the urges, don't do it! They'll get us all killed again!
Oh no, I'm conflicted. But alas, I will be the bigger man and knock on Lady Luck's door once more.
7. You drop a coin and the goblin wakes up.
I'd like to apologize in advance.
The goblin rolls over and spots the party stealing his beloved gold.
Maybe we can talk it out.
No time for that. We've got to fight this beast.
Brace yourselves.
Still laying down. The party has the first move.
I defend myself with my shield.
I charge at it with my halberd. I cast a fireball. You chose to sing a lullaby. The goblin's next attack will do half damage.
Smart thinking, Chris. Make it fall back asleep.
The Sir Falcon does 5 damage to the goblin. Cesaria does 8 damage to the goblin. The goblin has finally risen. It throws a cluster of golden coins at the party. It does 3 damage to Chris, Sir Falcon, and Cesaria only 2 damage to Varrock. And Cesaria only 2 damage to Varrock. It's the party's turn again.
Chris, keep singing so it'll... so it's weak. Singing so it's weak. We'll attack. We'll stab the goblin with my sword.
I slash at the beast with my halberd again. I'll cast a healing spell. You chose to sing a lullaby. The goblin's next attack will do half damage. Varrock does 7 damage to the goblin. Reserve Falcon does 9 damage to the goblin. Zarya heals the party for 3 health. The goblin stomps the ground, releasing a shockwave. It does 4 damage to the entire party. It's the party's turn again.
This one should do. Let's all attack at once. I lunge at the goblin full force.
I fly into the air and dive toward the goblin. I'll use an electricity spell. You chose to fight with your short sword. The arc does 4 damage to the goblin. Reserve Falcon does 4 damage to the goblin. Zarya does 12 damage to the goblin. Chris does 8 damage to the goblin. The goblin lets out a roar before collapsing into the gold. The party has bested the giant goblin and won.
We did it!
Nice work, team. We can progress onwards. That mystical artifact is ours for sure. The party headed deeper into the ruins, getting darker. They come upon a set of 3 doors, each with a different symbol. A skull, a question mark, and a sword.
Okay, let's think about this one very carefully. What could possibly be behind the skull door?
I believe it would be a certain death. That's what the skull signifies. There's nothing wrong with skulls.
The question mark door. A surprise?
What would the sword entail then? Maybe some sort of battle trial? Another creature to fight?
I just can't decide on which one.
Chris, since I don't want to be responsible for our deaths, pick a door for us to wander into. Question mark door. The party stepped through the question mark door. They are greeted by 2 living statues standing in front of the individual doors. One door leads to the next room, the other is to your doom. The left statue explains that the statue only tells truths and the other tells lies. I've heard this before. The party can only ask one question. They must pick a door.
A logical riddle. Wagering our lives. This will be tough. I'm going to need some time to think.
Why can't we just peek through both doors? The right statue explains it's cheating. Punishable by death. Lame.
I think I've got it. The answer is quite simple. We ask the statue if we tell a lie. If it would tell a lie. The answer is yes, go through the other door. If the answer is no, go through the...
Sans, are you sure this is solvable? I promise, it is possible. Just a 50-50 chance, right? Let's just guess. That's not a bad idea. Let's save that for later.
Aha! I have cracked the code! What would the other statue say?
What would... I can read. What would the other statue say is the safe door?
The truthful one would point to the deadly door. The liar would also point to the deadly door. Therefore, we always enter the opposite door.
I was just thinking that. Sounds correct to me. Let's ask it. Could I ask the statue that question?
Go right ahead, my feathered friend.
Left statues of stone, I ponder thee. What door would the other say is safe for me? The left statue thinks for a moment and then responds. The other statue would say the right door is the safe door.
Aha! My hypothesis was correct! Since Chris chose this room, they should lead.
Left door. The party steps through the door. And fall into a pit of spikes.
No! How could my foolproof plan fail?
Doesn't make any sense. We chose the right safe door, right? Nope, wrong door. You should have went through the other door. No, that door was deadly too.
Wait a minute. There was no right answer.
Both statues were lying. The correct path was to go back.
No!
Alas, we poor adventurers suffer the same fate once more.
Foiled again, my senses ridiculous plots.
So that's it, huh?
Yes, now is usually when we restart.
Why can't we? There's time, right?
It is late. Are you 3 up for an all-nighter?
All-nighter? What time is it? You check the time on your cell phone. 8:32 p.m. New notification. 13 missed calls. It's how late? My mother's probably worried sick about me. It's been fun, everyone, but I've got to rush home ASAP.
Farewell, Burnley.
It's best we head off, too. I'm pretty sure those missed calls are from Chris's mom.
No worries, I do hope to do this again sometime. Sure, when me and Chris aren't too busy with school. Wonderful. Safe travels, you two. See ya.
Hey, Chris, before you go, I appreciate you coming over. It's not often Papyrus is happy after losing his campaign. You see, he usually starts throwing a tantrum by now.
What was that, Sans? I'm trying to order a pizza.
Nothing. Remember to ask for extra breadsticks.
Daring today, are we?
Yes, so, thank you for today. You can have this. I already have Sans' number. Forgot I gave you that other number. This is probably my real number. Probably Sans' real number. I'll be a call away if you ever need anything. Stay safe, pal.
Au revoir, Chris.
And stop fucking my mom! I really want to see everything else. I've got like another hour I can stream today. I didn't think this would take this long. Can I do this? Shortcuts. Picking between the doors. Skull door. The skull door? Chris, are you trying to get us killed?
Who will be the one to open the door?
I need to keep an eye out behind us. I'm busy with, stuff.
Oh, fine, I'll be our valiant hero. Sans, I opened the skull door.
Arok opens the skull door, the floor rumbling. Stepping through, the party comes across a hallway leading deeper into the ruins. What? No deathly trap? Impossible, no impossible boss? Nope.
Good pick, Chris.
Moving forward, the party stepped into a rickety wooden bridge. They all feel a growing sense of completion. They are nearing the end.
We're almost there. I can feel it.
All things considered, this adventure has been pretty easy so far. They're so going to jinx us, Chris. The bridge begins to rumble. Something huge is coming.
See what I mean? Do we have time to ready our weapons?
Nope, we're just shaking too much.
Perhaps we could retreat? Absolutely not. We've worked hard enough to get here. Whatever is ahead, we'll face it head on. Tell me, what is your name?
I'm the Azure Falcon.
Right. Who are you, Susie?
I'm Tazaria the Mystic.
Chris is Chris. And I am the Great Knight of Varrock. Together we will get that artifact, whether the danger up ahead likes it or not.
The dragon swoops down onto the bridge. It will have the first move.
No worries, I believe in us. A dragon is just a big bird
that breathes fire. 12.
What did you roll for? I have got to say, that was incredibly fun.
I didn't think we'd ever get that far in prior adventures. So that's it, huh?
Yes, now is usually when we restart.
It's all probably going to be the same. Alright then. Ogres and overworlds and stuff, shortcuts, picking between the doors. Sword. Alright, another fight it is. Cesaria would be so kind as to heal all of us with a spell. Just so we're all prepared beforehand, of course. Yeah, sure, I cast a healing spell on everyone. The party is healed for 12 health.
We're fully prepared now. Let us move forward.
The party enters the door with a sword icon. They are immediately met by an ogre. Quick, let's attack it before it notices us.
Wait!
Yes?
We don't have to engage it like this. Perhaps I should talk us out of a fight?
How would you achieve that? Ogres only speak in their native tongue. Ogres have their own language?
Indeed. It is very intricate and difficult. But it just so happens I have an ogre buddy. So fret not, for I have mastered the ogre tongue. Greetings, ogre. You can understand me?
Let's just pretend. I can understand you, strange knight.
Perfect. You wouldn't want to switch us, would you?
I'm not too sure. I haven't switched to any mortal in a long time.
But think about the mess. You'd have to clean up the spilled guts.
Good point. Maybe I won't squish you under my boot.
Phew, that was a relief.
Although I am feeling rather peckish.
That's even worse and gross.
Foolish adventurers are part of our diet.
Foolish? I'll have you know me and my pals are anything but. We bested a giant goblin in the room before.
Oh, really? Thanks, I hated that guy. Every night he would try and steal my golden tooth while I was asleep. Guess are you all in favor of a return? All you all a favor in return?
What is it saying? It's giving us a favor for beating that goblin.
Here's our favor. Let us pass, you will barge through anyway.
Ogre, our favor is to walk past uninterrupted.
Just this once. I'll let you adventurers pass unscathed.
Yes, it said we can go past. Really? That worked?
Moving forward, the party stepped onto a rickety wooden bridge. They all felt a growing sense of completion. They are nearing the end.
We're almost there. I can feel it.
All things considered, this adventure has been pretty easy so far. Oh no! $12. Multiple giant footsteps can be heard from the path you just came from.
We're doomed. The beasts from before have come to feast too.
Quite the contrary, actually.
What?
Oh, the goblin and the ogre, begin fighting the dragon. They're both on our side, but we killed the ogre. Or killed the goblin.
And that, my friends, is why you never give up.
They met up after you left the sword door room. Surprisingly, they made amends and became friends. As soon as they heard the dragon roaring, they rushed over to help.
It would be toast if Chris chose a different door.
I want to get out of here now. They won't hold that dragon for too long.
Right, let us charge forward one last time.
The party entered the Royal Hall. Shiny decor fills the walls. A red carpet leads them deeper toward the mystical artifact. However, Cesaria steps on—
Hold it! Don't take another step. I throw a golden coin under the carpet in front.
1.
Lady Luck is a cruel mistress. We're dead!
Cesaria steps onto a pressure plate. Mechanical clicking can be heard. Until suddenly, a giant boulder lands on the Azure Falcon.
What do you mean it only crushes me? Phew, that was a close one. We salute you for your sacrifice as your falcon. This reeks of foul play. I demand a revive.
The party reaches to the end of the royal hallway.
Hey!
In front of them lies a mystical artifact.
What's the catch, Sans?
Nothing.
You're telling me that's the real artifact?
Yup.
Not an amulet that instantly kills all of us?
Nope.
It's the air we're breathing is toxic?
Yeah. Wish I thought of that. Nah, that's really the artifact. Chris, Farrah, Cesaria, you completed the campaign.
The legendary artifact. I can't believe it. We actually did it.
Good job, everyone. Everyone who survived, that is.
Thus, our characters can finally rest. Now that we have our mystical artifact.
That's just a dodgeball. Our budget ain't too big.
Could we do one more campaign? This cannot be how Azure Falcon's story ends.
We could, although there is one problem. You may want to check the time. Check the time on your cell phone. 8:32. I appreciate you coming over. I'm honestly shocked you all managed to win. The Pirates is gonna rub this in my face until the end of time now.
What was that, Sans? I'm trying to order a pizza.
Nothing. Remember to ask for extra breadsticks.
Daring today, are we?
Yeah, so as thank you for today, you can have this. You know, if Papyrus was in Deltarune, I'd almost want it to go exactly like this. Discovery. Whilst continuing to delve deeper into the reservoir of programs stored on these machines, we uncovered a program that may serve to be vital to our investigation. to the simulation program. Proxy.exe is an executable listed as 21 megabytes in size, and the icon is in the shape of a heart. Currently attempting to run the executable on its own does nothing besides returning an error window reading target gateway null. After displaying this error, the fog titled proxy crashlog.txt is placed within the same directory. At first, it seemed like every other program we've attempted to run in the past, but the crashlog contains some incredibly intriguing information. Written below is taken straight from the log itself. No connection found, reverting to keyboard input, checking simulation active state. Error 821, no simulation active, cannot inject proxy control. No simulation active, so it's tied to the simulation program. Cannot inject proxy control, it's related to reverting the keyboard input, and this implies it is trying to give us control over the simulation. We hypothesize that this program could possibly be related to allowing us to interact with the simulation itself. We shall continue our research. Stupid. Why do they all doubt my experiments? Are they stupid? Do they all have it out for me? It's always, don't do hypoasters, hypotheticals, he's gone mad. He doesn't understand the simulation at all. You do not understand. You toy and play like it's some sort of puppet show to dance around in. Hypothetically, what if we dropped a small rock in this patch of grass? Newsflash, smartass. It falls. Gravity. Do you know what gravity is? Are you a scientist at all? Alright, now, the roaring begins. No bonus quests. Playing this one as a hypothetical chapters 5/6. Listen closely. The bells of fate. They ring with such urgency. The climax of your adventure, drawing ever so close. This world, it means so much to us. A place built from my hope and yours. So you see, I cannot help but tremble. The roaring approaches. And so does something greater. How rude of me to interrupt. We will wait no longer. You must rise. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, Chris. You don't want to miss presenting your group project, do you? Gosh, what has gotten into you lately? I must splash it with water just to get you up again? There you are. Please hurry. I wouldn't want us running late again. Yeah, sleep in your... You know, it just hit me. Chapter 1 starts, Chris sleeps in their clothes, and then gets out of bed and then goes to school. Your bed. You consider going back to sleep for a moment, and you remember Toriel is waiting just outside the door. All but one have hinges on the door. All but one of the hinges on the door have snapped. Pursue today's clothing selection. It's all the same green and yellow sweater. The sky is clear. There is not a cloud in sight. The alarm clock shows 5:54 p.m. Either you are really late for school, or it has run out of batteries. Underneath is a notebook with the title, My Diary. Take a peek. You flip her to a random page. Dear Diary, today I decided to give writing in my diary a try. Update. I have decided to stop writing in my diary. The rest of the page is filled with doodles and scribbles. It's very similar to a thing that's in Outer Tale, actually. This reader stuck on a prompt asking to install an update. You don't touch anything in fear of losing precious unsaved data. What? You waited until now to say you need supplies? It's for your group project. Very well, but only a quick stop on the way to school. He chucked the dice and just happened to roll 2 again. I'm telling you, it had to be rigged or something. So it's either magical powers or bad luck then? Say, you haven't smashed any mirrors recently, have you? Your attention, please. Chris and their mother have arrived. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all have your group projects ready. Of course, the early bird does catch the worm, after all. You eat worms? Cool. It's a metaphor. I've heard many things about your project with Chris, Susie. They have expressed how much this project means to you both. Yeah, just trying to get a good grade is all. That's wonderful to hear. I'm sure you'll accomplish your goal. Noelle, while I may pride myself on being humble, gentle bird, this display board is quite heavy. Would you mind if we headed inside and began to set it up? Oh, okay. Guess we'll meet you two inside? You, need help with that? No thanks. I've got it under control. A courageous student such as myself can carry their own future A++. Oh shoot, I almost forgot. Chris, please tell me you remember to get the supplies we needed. Now, no need to worry, we made a quick stop on the way. But you two really should have been more prepared beforehand. Sorry about that. Thanks for getting the stuff we needed, though. Guess we should head inside and prepare then, huh? Oh, Chris, Susie, you made it. You can, take a seat anywhere. Everyone's just putting final touches on their projects. Yeah, about that. We need, like, a pair of scissors and some duct tape. I can't give you those. Last time I gave you scissors, you tried to cut a table in half. And that other time, you duct taped Chris to a chair. I can promise not to do that. That's somewhat reassuring. Chris, I'm trusting you to keep an eye on these. You and Susie get to work finishing up your group project. Chris, quick! You only got like 10 minutes. Pass me that cardboard tube. Stop looking through it like a telescope. Okay, class, it's time's up. I'm really happy to see how dedicated you've all been. So, which pair wants to go first? Nobody? That's surprising. I guess I'll just have to pick someone. Temmie and Egg.
Hoi! Tem here to present project. This is Egg. Say some say, Tem, this is not project, this is just Egg. But consider, what is project? Is that all? Science says Egg is mystery. What inside? Bird? No bird? Who know? Egg also symbol. Symbol for life. Symbol for future. Symbol for breakfast. Egg is everything! Egg from many things, yeah? From chicken, like Bartley.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm not a chicken.
Many asked him, how does Egg relate to us?
That's a mighty fine question.
Thank you!
That was, informative. I'm not sure what grade to give it.
Tem and Egg need A++ to go to college!
I guess you get an A++ then?
Yeah! Tem is the biggest brain!
Yo, so like, me and Snowy are gonna answer a scientific question. The most important question of all time. What makes things cool? Right, so, we researched a lot. We found that coolness is, like, measurable. See, coolness evolves over time. Like, one day, something is cool, and the next day, it's, not. But some things are always cool, like ice. This is giving me secondhand, uncoolness. Wait. We plotted everything that's cool. Look at our elite lineup. Hours of research went into this. So, starting from the bottom of our graph, stuff that isn't cool includes, homework, Yeah, big bummer. And getting cold inside when you're playing outside?
Oh, brutal. What about when you wave at someone and they don't wave back?
Yeah, painfully uncool, I think. They don't have hands.
Moving on to stuff that's like moderately cool. Is there roller skates?
Only if you actually know how to use them.
Oh, I know exactly when to say no worries after someone apologizes.
Oh, power move. Mid-tier cool. Next is, stickers.
Depends. Holographic stickers? Pretty cool.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Alright, now we're hitting the real cool zone.
Stuff that's always cool.
Snow, but you mind,
Oh, yeah.
Using our coolest scientifically sound methods, we've determined the top 5 coolest things ever.
Number 5, casually knowing a weird fact at the perfect time.
Like, someone's like, whoa, how do magnets work? And bam, you just know.
Number 4, laughing at a joke no one else got.
Extra points if you don't explain it.
Number 3, dinosaurs.
Who doesn't like a giant scary monster? Why are they staring right at me? I love this song.
Number 2, walking away from a conversation at the perfect moment.
Right after saying something cool, no looking back.
And number 1, coolest thing of all time. You want to do the honors?
Yeah, the coolest thing of all time is totally wimping out, but making it look intentional.
What? That's not what it says in the script.
We saw you fall outside. Nuh-uh, you wouldn't understand being cool like us. Anyway, that's our presentation done.
You get our tips, and maybe one day you'll do something cool too.
That was great. You two must have put a lot of time into this. I think B+ for both of you makes sense. Head back to your seats so the next pair can say that. Now that was cool. Ha! You said it yourself. We were cool. As you can see, our research was valid. That was a tactical faceplant. Respect. I think I chipped a tooth. Yo, what up, classmates, teacher, fellow truth seekers? You ever walk home late at night feeling like something's or someone is watching ya? Well, guess what? You ain't alone. Never. That's right. We have uncovered the most chilling, the most unexplained, the most totally real urban legends of hometown. First up, the eyes in the dumpster. You go. Take out the trash. Something's looking behind the cans. You leave. Next day, trash is gone. But you didn't hear the garbage truck. Whoa! What's back there? Secret government agent? Demon of the night? A raccoon? Alright, next. We got the mysterious locker beast. There's a locker. No one opens it. Ever. One time, someone did. Didn't come back. Hey, which locker is that? Forgot. Damn, gotta watch out, or you might end up missing too. Could you two move on to the lighter urban legends? You got it, coach. Lastly, most fearsome, bone-chilling, not made-up tale of them all. I see. Sorry, force of habit. Some say late at night, in the halls of this very school, you can see its shadow, lurking, waiting for some unlucky student. The second they're alone, snatch, gone, never to be seen again. But sometimes, you hear them, footsteps, dragging, breathing, closer, maybe tonight. And that concludes our totally real report. Are there any other questions? Ha, gotcha. So, like, what score did we get? A? Fellow students, esteemed educator, and others, today we shall unveil a report so revolutionary it will change the way you view society itself. Video games make you smarter. What Birdly means to say is, video games can actually improve cognitive skills in a variety of ways. For example, action games boost hand-eye coordination. They used the unused Birdly theme for this as a remix, that's so good. Such as precisely aiming at enemies on the battlefield. Gaming can also help reaction speed and spatial awareness. In the real world, we could dodge attacks much easier than in-game. Ah! I was distracted. That was an unfair test. No throwing duct tape across the classroom, Susie. Worth. Back on track. Games also teach problem solving and logic. Strategy games require planning, patience, and adaptation. Exactly. You analyze, predict, and make the best choice. Even puzzle games teach pattern recognition and reasoning, and RPGs require managing resources and decision-making. There's also social benefits. Multiplayer games teach teamwork. God, I was gonna stream Splatoon 3 today, and I've just been having a terrible, terrible time. If only the people I was playing with knew about teamwork. Like a soldier, you must work as a team to defend your fortress together. It can even help shy people feel more comfortable talking. And sometimes players form real friendships online. Of course, some still refuse to listen to the expert's advice. Birdly. Yes, dear Assistant Noel, not every player needs your expert advice. Incorrect, but alas, we shall continue. Oh dear, I am not interrupting, am I? Not at all. Good. Noel, I'm afraid you'll need to leave school today. Urgently. It's better if I tell you in private. Oh, okay? I can't believe Rudy Holiday just fucking died off screen. In a moment, what am I to do now? I've still got so much important content to get through. It's okay, I think you're both already worthy of an A. This is an unjust win! We've got more than enough for an A++. Birdly, listen, it's fine. Just finish presenting without me. I've gotta go. Yeah, see you soon? Continuing from our last point, video games teach players a lot of stuff. For instance, it takes 3 seconds to break a single log of wood. How's that supposed to help us on the field? Clearly, you don't forage for resources often. And, we've reached the conclusion of the presentation. That was really well done. I think I'll stick with an A for you and Noel, though. But, actually, never mind. Thank you, Miss Alphys. This is our project. It's a book. It's about, like, some heroes and their adventures. That's exciting. Did anyone help you to write it? Yeah, Ralsei did. Ralsei? He's from a different school. Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead and start when you're ready. Alright, so one day, these two kids, Cesaria and Chrysos, they fall down into a hole. Real original, right? Yeah, like that, except Cesaria landed on her feet. Anyways, turns out the hole led to some weird underground castle, and before they could figure out where the hell they were, this fluffy geek greets them at the castle's entrance. He's a prince who's, like, weirdly nice. Too nice. He tells the two that they're some kind of chosen heroes, and that they gotta save the world from, you know, eternal darkness. No pressure, right? Suddenly, they get attacked by another prince, Lancer. He's all evil and stuff, but deep down he's cool, trust me. Cesaria and Chrysos manage to beat him, but are given their first task. They gotta seal some fountain at this evil king's castle, or else they won't be able to return home. So the trio set off. The journey to the castle was rough, to say the least. Like, there were tons of bad guys trying to stop the heroes. Didn't help that Cesaria refused to believe that she was the chosen hero. She ran off ahead, thinking she could get home on her own.
How stupid! What was she thinking? I pray the rest of the party is smart enough to think before acting. Yeah. Lancer kept showing up, messing with the party, like blocking the road, throwing out lame enemies. He had no clue how to be a villain. It was kind of funny, actually, but the more they ran into each other, the more they talked. And it turns out Lancer's just a goof who wants to be friends. Cesaria and Lancer even share a friendship lunch. And before she knew it, she didn't want to fight him anymore. Meanwhile, Chrysos and the Prince, they're trying to catch up. When they finally do, Cesaria and Lancer are already pals. But Lancer's still acting all evilish. It's real awkward. Eventually, he caves and wants to help the heroes. So now the trio turns into a quartet. The bad guys ain't happy about this news, especially the king. See, Lancer, he's the evil king's kid. And well, that makes things complicated. After a long journey, they finally reach the castle, but something feels off. The place is quiet, way too quiet, and right when they let their guard down, they get ambushed by a bunch of enemies and locked in prison. Jail. But the party doesn't stay locked up for long. They bust out, ready to take down the king. Except, they got a little sidetracked. Somewhere in the castle they found this, hidden basement. Hoo-ha! Inside was this clown dude. He wanted to play some game, but it just turned out into another fight. It was a tense battle, but the party did manage to make him chill out. Honestly, still not sure what his deal was. He kept yelling stuff like chaos and laughing like a maniac. The party wouldn't have fought him if Chrysos hadn't insisted. Did get some sweet loot though, and I guess it was sort of worth it. Well, they made him super buff. Anyways, back on track. Cesaria, Chrysos, and the Prince advance toward Lancer's advance. Lancer's nowhere to be found. They make it to the top of the castle. It's time for a big fight. They charge into the throne room, ready to battle. The Prince, the nice one, tries talking it out with the evil king. Doesn't work, so it's a full-on boss battle. The king was real powerful. Had tons of weird attacks too. First, he throws spades everywhere, fast as hell too. He had this freaky chest mouth thing, real gross, honestly. And while they fought, he wouldn't shut up about this stupid story. You left us in the shadow. You fought. We found purpose. I'm king and I'm dumb. Okay, he might have not said that last one. I'll spare you all the details. Thank me later. But even with the party's combined power, they were losing. All hope seemed lost until... While the party was fighting, Lancer had built an army. All those bad guys from earlier came back to overthrow the king. And with their help, the prince was able to seal the king away for good. Good riddance. Lancer would be a million times better as king anyway. With the evil king defeated, there was only one thing left to do. Cesaria and Chrysos said their goodbye, for now, and made their way to the fountain. The final hurdle. Chrysos did something, and magically the fountain was sealed. They woke up not far from where the journey had began, their home. And that was the end of their first adventure.
Wow! Yippee!
Who the hell's throwing flowers? Wow, that was amazing. I was really invested. I'd definitely read more if there was a sequel. There is more. That was just the first chapter of the book. Oh, well, I don't think we have time for the rest. Have you two thought about possibly publishing it, though? I could see this being a best-selling novel. Pfft, yeah, anyone buy our book. I would. Anyway, great job, you two. A++ for the creativity and execution. Wait, what? We actually got a good grade? Guess being a dork pays off, huh, Chris? That's everyone's group projects done, right?
I want to present project 2.
You both already presented.
Need bigger grade.
A++ is the highest grade.
Oh, you may continue.
Okay, you all did great on this assignment. I'll just finish writing the report cards. Then you can all head home early as a treat. Could someone deliver Noelle's report card to her?
I'll do the honors and be Noel's noble courier. Thank you, Birdley. Chris, wait. I know school's boring and all, but slow the hell down. I would appreciate some help dumping all the cutouts, you know. Whatever. We got like a full day of do whatever we want. I'd like to go see Rouse, but everyone's still inside. You got any bright ideas on what we can do? I'm stumped. You good, dude? Have any of you spotted where Noelle went? No. How could I be so careless? I borrowed a pencil and forgot to return it before she left. It's a pencil. Knowing her, she probably has 100. Not just any pencil, it's a treasured heirloom. Okay, maybe not. She did seem quite fond of it. That's not the only issue, though. Tell me, Susie, Chris, did you pay attention to our presentation? If so, surely you both saw how worried Noelle and Miss Toriel looked. Oh yeah, that was sort of weird. Noelle's like the last person I'd expect to ditch class. Precisely, and lately she's been off. Distant, staring into space, mumbling to herself. Initially, I chalked it up to the stress of the intense studying. But now I feel like something's wrong. Why didn't I ask if she was okay sooner? Of course. No, her attendance won't be affected. Okay, yes, I understand. Hopefully not, no. And excuse my unprofessionalism, but please keep me updated. Thank you. Yes, I'll let him know. She's free to visit the hospital whenever she needs, I assure you. So that's where she... Shut up, I'm trying to eavesdrop. No, seriously, she just mentioned the hospital. Well. If any of you weren't aware, Nova's father is sick. She told me he's been getting better, although... It wouldn't take a genius to put 2 and 2 together. Oh. We should go check on her. It's the responsible thing to do. I mean, I guess, but... What if, like, she doesn't want us there? It is personal, I agree, Susie dearest. Do not call me that. Even so, as her loyal friends, we should strive to at least try to check in. Yeah, makes sense. I guess I wouldn't hurt. You in, Chris? Alright, let's go then. I'm sorry, but I'm currently away or busy. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep! Hehe, no, that wasn't the beep. That was just me. Oh dear, how do I end the recording? I believe you just tapped the red button near the bottom. Man, that voicemail must have been a really long time ago if Asgore was in there. You deem it best not to interrupt her phone call. What's all the commotion? Oh, you don't know? You and me both, partner. Have you found out yet? Ribbit, Ribbit. Did anybody else see that antlered girl sprint past? Is there another Christmas sale happening? Stay away! Back up, busters! The mayor's newly elected bodyguard will guard at all costs. This is a life or death. Someone urged me to get a better at parallel parking. I think I've got the hang of it. It's just dawned on me. I'm going to struggle getting out of here. Apparently, the mayor was just seen around here not too long ago. Hopefully, something is finally being done. What? That's not it. Something's being done. Period. All they've done this past week is plan the festival. I'm still waiting for my home's plumbing to be fixed. Hey, I'm trying to become a journalist. Do you, always wear that jacket? Me? Yeah, why, you got a problem with it? No, it's, very purple. Thank you. Would you read my newspaper if the headline was, Purple Jacket Wearer Spotted in Town Center? I don't know. Wouldn't be the first time I've been in the paper, though. How do you, of all people, end up in the newspaper? I got a short out in the most wanted section of Smashing Windows. Or shout out, I can read. Figures. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, hello. I'm on duty, as the mayor ordered. Though, in reality, I'm just being nosy. I hope they don't catch me staring. It's probably fine. He always bounces back, right? Heyo's always stable. Just yesterday. Maybe they just read the chart wrong? No, panicking won't help. Calm down. Just breathe. Hey, Noelle? Birdley? Chris? Susie? What are you three doing here? We noticed your hasty exit from the class earlier, and I'm aware it's really none of my business, but... Noelle, is everything okay? Like, with you and your... I'm sorry, I'm being a bad friend again. It's rude of me to intrude on your personal affairs. No, it's... Do you three have time to talk? I really need someone to talk to right now. He said his condition worsened suddenly last night, and has been slowly declining ever since. He's too weak to even speak to anybody now. I can't help but think about the worst outcome. Noelle, I understand why you're worried, but you cannot jump to conclusions just yet. The doctors are trained for this. There's still so much they can do. Trust me, I'm confident your father's getting the best care possible. Yeah, what he said. Your dad's tough, right? Bet he's just taking a power nap or something. I don't know, I suck at this stuff. It's okay, really. I think I just needed to hear someone say that. Everything just feels so heavy lately, like the world's pressing on me. You see, that's what friends are for. We lift each other up, even if our arms feel like they're about to fall off. Speak for yourself. Sounds to me like you're just weak. Oh, sorry, I'm messing up your whole heartfelt thing, huh? You're both ridiculous, but thank you. Honestly, just talking with you all has really calmed my nerves. I know I've been freaking out, but you all really do help. I don't know what I'd do without you. Anytime, Noelle, we're your supporting heroes. Right? Yeah, we got your back. Just don't expect me to be all soft and mushy all the time, got it? You assure Noelle that you're always open to chat. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Noelle Holiday, you can see your father now. Not for long, however. He'll need to be back in urgent care shortly. Oh. Perfect. While you're in there, mention we helped. Maybe then he'll stop threatening to beat me up. Not that I'd ever fight back, of course. I'm the bigger bird. I'll be back in a minute. He's fine, yes? Go on, he's waiting for you. Knock him dead. Wait, don't do that. Knock him better? I'll try my best. That went well. Until you said knock him dead, that is. It was an accident! I fixed it after. She got what I meant. Still kind of curious, though. Noelle said her dad's, like, too sick to talk, right? How are they even gonna talk about it if he isn't able to? Give the man some credit. Surely he can whisper a thing or two. Perhaps even mutter like I like that bird guy. Sure. What do you think, Chris? You gotta be wondering too, right? Hey, how's that look for? Stop. Stop thinking that, Noelle. I didn't read that, but not in a neglectful way. I was expecting there to be text. Growing up, Dad let me get a feel for the world on my own, while cheering me on from the sidelines. I I remember when he'd take me on mini adventures. When Mom was busy and Des had to stay after school for detention. We'd do all sorts together. Whatever we could come up with. Although they never lasted too long. They're still some of my favorite memories to think about. Of course, eventually I outgrew them. Well, in his eyes, anyway. No, you're going to be okay. You've been getting better for ages. I thought so too, sweetheart. But after last night, the latest results don't look too pretty. The only thing harder than hearing them is figuring out how to tell you. I'm sorry, Noelle. I didn't mean to drop this on you like that. This is a joke. I wish things would go back to how they were before. Before she went missing. One day I heard Dad talking to himself in the dining room. Curious, I started listening in from the hall. I can't read. He was muttering under his breath. She's just a kid. She won't understand. How does she blames herself? He kept going, like he didn't even realize he was saying it all out loud. How do I tell her that her sister's never coming home? That's how I found out for the first time. Not too long after, he heard me crying. He sat me down and tried his best to explain everything. At first, he sugarcoated it all. I think he just wanted to protect me from the grief he was feeling. But eventually, he told me everything. No filters, just the whole horrible truth. It helps, knowing we're both on the same page now. That's something Dad does, and I really appreciate it. No matter when or where we are, he's always there to talk, like a sponge, ready to soak up all my troubles. I love him. Please tell me this is a joke. You can laugh in my face now. You got me. I need you to promise me something. You're real strong, Noelle. So, promise me that even when I can't be there with you, you're gonna be alright. Don't say that. You're going to get better. You even said it yourself. Holidays happen. Whether you like it or not. Personally, I find that quite hard to believe, Chris. Yeah, what the hell are you even talking about? I lost track like 5 minutes ago. Bradley? Well, you startled me. So how are things with your father? Do you have that pencil I lent you earlier? Right, of course. Here it is. Thanks. Wait, Noelle. You good? You're sort of shaking and stuff. Now what's with that face? Did something happen or what? I must be dreaming again. Surely she's writing her father a get well soon card. I've got to be real with myself. This isn't a dream. Of course this would happen to me. This is my personal nightmare, Dad. After everything I've been through already, I can't lose you too! A will born of desperation. The desperation to save someone loved. Noel Holiday pierced the earth with that will, and the roaring was set into motion. The balance crept toward the precipice. Then the world was covered in darkness. Wow, what a great story that doesn't make me want to fucking bawl my eyes out. Fantastic! That was so good. I'm so glad we had this experience together with me in the chat. Videotape, peculiar anomaly. I can't read what that says if the text is too far away. Cool face. So, I was not expecting there to be this much in this game. And I was not expecting the Roaring Begins to take like 45 minutes. That was amazing, by the way. I am a believer of the Castletown Dark Fountain will have to close at some point to end the game. I do believe that to be something that will take place very late in Deltarune. Free drinks is very interesting. Because we don't have an Icy's Pizza Dark World. But it would be cool if there was one. I like what they did with the Cuptons. They did what they could with it. Overworlds and Ogres is a great thing with Sans and Papyrus for Deltarune, and this was just an incredible story. The thing is that there's 2 more stories. I don't know how much longer there is, but I've got like 10 minutes to play, like 10 more minutes to stream. This is a no bonus quests here, and this has no bonus quests either. So, no, I didn't want to click play. I didn't want to do that. Stop it. I didn't mean to click play. To menu. So there's no bonus quests in these, so I don't know where the other hypotheses or where the extra stuff is. But I have to go. So I will finish this soon. Heya! I am back. We are continuing. Deltarune Hypothesis. It's been like 5 seconds since you last saw what I was doing. I am playing this the following day, and we are going to finish this up. Just like 2 hours ago from the time of me going live, finishing up this game, some neat news has happened. There is now an official Mr. Antenna plush to go alongside Spampton G. Spampton plush. The nose and antenna of Tenna are posable. Sadly, he's not a talking plush. I kind of wish all the Fangamer plushes were talking plushes now because of the Spampton plush and the Jevil plush making noise. I think it would be very funny if the Tenna plush had like a voice box in it that said things from feature presentation. It could say things like feature and coming, and then make just a bunch of random noises or something. I think that would be fun, but that's not it. You know, I've seen many different like fan creations of what a chapter 3 would be for a TV world over the years, and a lot of people like almost got like Tenna like spot on, except it's in like a normal Deltarune style and not like the style that Tenna is actually in. I don't think any of these talk about like an actual chapter 3, because this is like a chapter 7. Which one was this again? This was like a this is just when it could maybe happen, like a 4 or a 5, because we didn't know that the church at the time was going to be chapter 4. The church being chapter 4 wasn't confirmed until like much later. Pretty much like the Switch 2 reveal trailer pretty much confirmed that. And this is like a 6 or a 7. But we're moving on. We have 2 more scenarios to get through. Taking shelter. Entering the town shelter, you are given a lot of time to reflect on yourself. This was made before Chapter 3 and 4's release. What if at some point the vessel and Chris had a heart-to-heart where they could talk to each other? A hypothetically self-contained thing in part of a possible chapter 6. Again, I don't know why it's cropped like this. It's whatever. It also assumes the following: Chris did not want the player controlling them. Stolen key ring. It has many regular-sized keys and one large rusty key. Open the door. So funny that this that this is like this, because we now know that there's for some reason a hidden key, like a keypad panel right here. This at the time did not know that. It would be funny that if we had the panel and then the door just opened with a normal ass key anyway. It's cold. You can't feel your legs. You can't feel your arms. You can't feel... It does use the vessel I created at the start of the game. No. Please. Just a little more time. I need to take a minute. I don't want to leave. Because the second we do, I stop existing. I've been gone for so long now. And yet, nobody even noticed. It's like I was never there. Do you know what it feels like to be tossed aside, replaced? No, of course you don't. I hate this. Watching the world move on. Watching everyone I care about just keep going without me. It's hard to keep up. It's funny, isn't it? Ever since you showed up, your life has gotten so much better. New friends, a whole magical world to escape to, even your own dorky brother to talk to. Do you ever think about what happens if you let me be myself again? How everyone would react? What if they don't like it? What if they miss you? I'd start asking, what's wrong with Chris? Why is Chris asking weird again? That's not true. Of course it's true. Don't act like you haven't noticed. They like you more than they like me. Always have. I'm not the one saving the world. I'm not anyone's hero. We are. All I've done on this adventure is make things worse. I almost got Mom killed by opening that fountain, remember? Man, if only they had the Tenna foresight and how much Tenna actually wanted to protect Toriel. But then, you know, the knight shows up and does try to take Toriel. But I don't even think this game would have had the foresight to, like, even predict the knight showing up in Chapter 3. And the fact that also Chris is probably working with the knight in some way. And without the full story and context yet, we still don't really know what that means. For all I know, I could have ended the world. I was expecting another word to show up there. For all I know, I could have ended the world. I've always been a burden. Don't say that. Why? You want me to leave so I could be your puppet again? The world needs you. It doesn't matter. You need me gone. For the first time, I'm in control. I'm going to stay here. It's not like anyone's waiting for me out there anyway. Go away. Wait. Why would you care about me? You barely even know me. You're important. For what? The prophecy. You don't need me. Susie's stronger than me. She can handle everything. And Rouse just wanted to include me. That's not true. So what if we're not there? It's not like Mom or Dad would notice. They'd still be living, arguing, counting down the days until their precious Asriel comes home. They need us. No, they need you. The world. Everything we care about. You're saying it's all resting on me, isn't it? It rests on our shoulders. Maybe that's what scares me the most. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know if I can handle this. What if I'm never ready? Hey, what happens if we make a wrong choice? What if we fail? Don't worry. The world ending, it'll be our fault. And me, stuck spectating the end of the world, powerless, trapped in my own body, watching everything fall apart. How could I not worry? We'll do it together. These past adventures, they've been terrifying, overwhelming, but also fun. I mean, we've already faced so much. Dark fountains, strange worlds. And yet the worst is probably still ahead. Hello, Happy Goat. Welcome to the stream. The roaring. It could come. Even so, you believe in me. Okay. Listen. If we're going to save the world, then I'll do my part. I mean, I used to read something like, Sonic the Hedgehog comics back in the day, but not too much. Just promise me one thing. In case I'm never myself again, you'll take care of Mom, Dad, everyone. It feels so easy for people to be sad these days. And yet, despite everything, even with the world on the brink of disaster, you've held on to hope. I trust you'll share that hope with everyone, just like you've shared it with me. For their safety, I'll try to stay out of your way. And one more thing, don't forget to come visit me sometimes. This has been nice. I promise. Thank you. Thank you for all of this. I don't know where I'd be without you. But I'm ready now. Ready to leave. You've got a world to save, don't we? I really like the use of, mashing up Gaster's theme and his theme. You browse the shelter's inventory. Stacks of canned tuna, plenty of water bottles, and packs of batteries. Tucked away, a bottle of expired soda sits out of place. Its label is faded. Half-eaten cans of tuna with bite marks around the lids. Corkboard displays instructions for rationing and emergency contacts. At its center, a motivational poster proudly declares, "Hang in there." You feel slightly more motivated. You try to use some sort of ancient communication device. You struggle to make sense of its peculiar, spinny controls. Spinny controls. Towering pile of mattresses looms over you. You can almost imagine how cozy it would feel to lie down on one. Sadly, you're too short to climb up and take a nap. The door is locked. We do know there's a dark fountain in here in the canon. We don't know where it starts and where it ends, though. You were in there for quite a long time. Despite the trouble you'll be in, you know it was worth the while. Hypothesis completed. You log the sound of nothing. Wrong button. Videotape. Desk evaluation.
Hello? This is Hypothetical. No, Dr. Hypothetical speaking. As requested by the network admins, I will be showcasing the desk that I came upon when I awoke. So, let us begin.
I think it's quite strange that they're really good at doing this, like, 3D model stuff for this game, but for some reason the battle screen is all fucked up and, like, doesn't crop properly.
And best of all, this peculiar stress toy thing.
It's a precaution, Dr. Hypoaster. And then it ends right there. Interesting. We have one more hypothesis, concluding melody. Short and sweet final tune at the end of your adventure. Made before Chapter 3 and 4's release, hypothetically, what would the final credits of Deltarune look like, or look and sound like, assuming the game has a happy ending? Hypothetical to contain spoilers for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4. Is that real or not real? Wow. I really didn't have much more to this. I probably could have finished this yesterday. It's also called the Thrash Machine, not the Trash Machine. Yeah, that actually is Tenna. I guess that's why it shows. Okay, they probably edited this in, like, post-launch. Because that is all the darkness from there. Special thanks, The Man Newbert, Sheriff Woody, and you for playing. Hell yeah! Encore! Encore! That was beautiful, Chris. With my own piano, I should take some time to learn how to play. I'm kind of curious what the scenario was like before the update, because it does have stuff from 3 and 4 in here. This is quite literally Rousey's room, with the stuff that you actually take from the Church Dark World, like the couch cushions and the ladder. With my own piano, I should take some time to learn how to play. Chris, do you think perhaps you could teach me? Get in line, buddy. Aw, Susie, Chris is really teaching you how to play? Yeah, you know, just because I was curious. Watch how good I'm getting. Watch out, Chris. You've got competition. But seriously, that sucked. Still gotta practice. It wasn't bad, Susie. We all start somewhere, of course. Like me, for example. But I'll try to catch up. Actually, how about this instead? Let's make it a race. Race to get better? You're on, dude. Watch, I'll even go practice at church right now. See ya, chumps! Well, no time to waste. Even if I've already accepted that I'm not winning this race. Oh dear. Well, then that was it. If there was I only had 10 minutes to stream, but I've been streaming for about 20 right now. So maybe I couldn't have finished it. I don't know. I would have had to push it for maybe being late to work yesterday. But no. We got our last things here. Ideas. I am drawing close to my last straw with the Fragmentation Network. They bring me onto their simulation research team and then dangle the keys to infinite knowledge right in front of my face before snatching them away again to instead serve their goal. They haven't even told us what their goal is besides the typical actualize our dreams spiel. I want to get back at them. I want to show them my true potential, the true potential of the simulation. Mentally, I'm clocked out. From what I can vaguely remember, I've heard that closing one's eye and relaxing is the key to solving this sleeping. I'm going to try and see what it does. Hello, Dr. Hypoaster. Hello, Dr. Hypoaster. You won't know who we are. We are not associated with the Fragmentation Network in any shape or form. Shape or form. That's a funny saying. We've had them too, correct? You felt moments of our past. Let's talk. All of us. In logs produced by your division head, there is a code in the top right. Hypothetical simulation seed. Look at your settings. Come find us. Note to self. Figure out how this was printed. I can re-listen to the music. Actually, I can check out the other stuff too. So credits here. Got Uprank. Director, programmer, writer, 3D art. I think I missed my low poly PS1 retro art style indie horror games. Puzzle Rat, composer, writing assistants, playtester. I remember your game development. That's just an Everhood character. It's not an Everhood character, but it looks like one. Magic Frog. Composing for this project and having my music reach more than a few people has been an absolute honor. Keep on doing the things you love, and thanks for listening along. Suski? Character sprite by Suski. This horrible form, one day I will break free. In the meantime, please accept my gratitude for giving this little world of ours a chance. The sights and sounds, the highs and lows, do come back again sometime. We will always be making and making again. Trashy. Kara apparition in Sansa's room. Philo. The first rule is cardio. Now I get it. Tomato. When you have a goal in mind and it seems impossible, don't give up. Work on it, and sooner than later, you'll notice you're slowly getting closer to it. Stay determined. I mean, this is good advice. However, I am playing this game today instead of playing Splatoon today, because the Splatoon I have been playing has been just so bad. I put out a YouTube short recently called Splatoon 3 is like the dead internet theory, but for video games. Because I don't know what's been happening the last couple weeks. I mean, it's been a problem for years, but at least the last 2 weeks of me playing, it's just been nonstop. Just the worst kind of thing I've ever seen. And I'm trying to hit a very specific power in X-Rank this season to get badges that I don't have for the Japanese X-Rank stuff. If you don't play Splatoon 3, don't worry about it. But just, I'm going to show this on screen because I want to show it on screen. Because I'm already talking about it. Wherever I just saved this image to. Right here. This is the kind of stuff I've been dealing with. Like, I play nearly perfectly in this X-Rank Rainmaker match, and then I have a Sploosh-O-Matic on my team who goes 5-20 and uses one special. And it's like, you are driving me insane. Imagine, like, a person like that, but on your team for, like, 50 matches in a row, and you lose all of them. So as much as I keep playing and going, and keeping with my determination of, oh, I'm gonna totally get this high score, and persists, it is ruining my mental health, which is why I'm playing a Deltarune fan game today, instead of Splatoon. Otherwise, this is very good advice. Ace Man, you alone will have the stars, as no one else has them. In one of the stars I shall be living, in one of them I shall be laughing, and so it will be as if all the stars were laughing. When you look at the sky at night, you, only you, will have the stars that can laugh. El Petit Prince. Sounds like a Bible verse. Rusty SFM. I think I followed this person, because that's a SpongeBob profile picture I recognize. If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it. Stan Lee. It is a good quote. That is why I made my 3-hour-long Deltarune Chapter 3 is mid video. And I say that, I had that as the title partially as clickbait, but it is what I think. And, like, I still think that, even if the chapter's not even bad. Like I've said multiple times, I don't think Chapter 3 is bad. I just think it's different enough for me that it's not my favorite. I thought it was a great idea, and I'm very happy I made that video, especially since I made a follow-up video to that, with my problems with the Roaring Knight, were slightly solved with an update that came out slightly after I made that video. Pudcup, I think that's a really great Omori, profile picture. Profile picture made via Omori Portrait, by Saul Goodman. Wow. Abby Gonzalez, creator of the Open Dyslexic Font. Extras. Old icons / logos. Older icons and logos before the everything simulated in a computer idea. Honestly, that almost kind of that is just image depths back there, but that kind of lines up with, like, the prophecy stuff. So you were almost onto something. Under Event 2024 behind the scenes. We're so grateful to be part of Under Event 2024, and want to personally thank the Under Event team for giving us this opportunity. Behind the scenes shots from the trailer. I did find out about this game from the Under Event trailer, because I watched Under Event when it happened. So that's how I knew about, like, the 3D model of Gaster here and stuff. So this is also neat to see. Fun facts. Deltarune Hypothesis engine is built off of an older fan game named Delta Swap that was a small proof of concept spanning from the start of the game to right before entering the Dark World. While setting up the GitHub to back up the game files, Uprank somehow managed to delete all of them. Entire game gone, deleted forever. Luckily, a bit of tinkering, they were all recovered. The Under Event 2024 trailer was originally conceived to be a mock-up advertisement project projected on a whiteboard. It also featured Rouse getting crushed by a boulder countless times. April Fool's 2025. For April Fool's 2025, a fake playtest for Outlawed was released. I'm not tabbed back into the game. I tabbed out for a second. Asgore, listen real close now. See, I ain't too proud of what I've done, but I was told 3 heroes of legend would come, looking to seal my world's fountain. Following their so-called destiny, it was written in the stars. If it's so dang important, then why weren't us Darkners ever taught about it? You ain't seeing this world the way I do. This is my home, Asgore. Is this going off of the Friend Inside Me? Oh, it says Inside Me. I'm saying, is this going off of the Friend Inside Me Chapter 5 theory? Because I was a believer of Friend Inside Me Chapter 3 theory, but now I'm also a believer in Friend Inside Me Chapter 5 theory. Deep down I know you and your friends are good folk. I can feel it. So when this is all said and done, I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. 'Cause this world of mine ain't yours to send into darkness. You bring harm to my child and ask for forgiveness? I don't care whose side either of us are on anymore. I will protect my family, Longshot.
Magic Road.
You wanna come out here?
Yeah. What are the controls? Good. Fantastic. How'd that plan turn out for you, dummy? I'm done playing games with you, boy.
Magic Road.
You wanna come out here?
I don't know what the controls are. Oh, it's keyboard and mouse. Am I even allowed to play Space Jam without getting copyright claimed? I don't know. You know, I've never played Doom before. I should probably play that at some point in my lifetime. It's a very important game. This is absolutely fantastic. This is very important to Deltarune's story. I'm getting flashbacks to a game I tried to stream at one point. There was like a really stupid fan game called Doomori, which was a really shitty Omori fan game where you would like shoot a gun and kill things in the Omori world. And I played the first game on stream and I beat it. But there was also a sequel, and I wanted to have, like, a long play of Doomori and, like, the sequel. But the sequel was so bad that I just gave up. Just, like, the level design and the boss fights were so annoying and bad that I would have been there for days trying to beat it, so I just kind of gave up and never made that video. Look up Doomori if you want to see that. I don't think I'm gonna beat this guy. I can try. Like, there's no jump button in Doom, I don't think. I think everything... Good. I think everything in Doom happens on one plane. So I think I've seen footage of, like, if someone is on a high-up ledge, but you shoot down here, it still hits them, because it just only tracks where the enemy is and not the height. So I don't remember there being a jump button in Doom. And even if there is, I'm pressing all the buttons on the keyboard and I'm not jumping.
Magic Road.
You wanna come out here?
Like, I'm playing everything that... pressing everything that would be a jump button. I would like to beat this. But I am truly a believer in the Friend Inside Me Chapter 5 theory. It's based off of the old cowboy shows that Asgore used to watch. Because it was talked about in used and unused Chapter 3 dialogue. Shake it quick in space gloom. Work that body, make sure you don't hurt nobody. Be quiet, lose your mind, take that thing to overtime. Hey DJ!
Bro, this has been a rough session.
I don't know what this is now. Is that Penumbra Phantasm? It's playing Penumbra Phantasm now. I'm also a believer, even if Toby said there's not going to be any Homestuck music. Any Homestuck music in Deltarune, even though there already technically is Homestuck music in Deltarune. I would love Penumbra Phantasm to be real so bad. Also, now it's playing Soulja Boy. Come on, I'm so close. I'm so close. Come on, we're so close. God, he likes fingers in his ass. He likes big. We good.
So this is how my trail runs dry. You're mighty fine sharpshooter, Asgore. I'll tip my hat to that much. Even if it ain't I ain't standing with you on the whole legends and prophecies mumbo jumbo. I gotta admit, I ain't felt a fire like this since my prime. Well, a win's a win. Can't do nothing but honor that. Guess it's about time little old me rides off into the sunset. Wait, just how dang foolish have I been? You left your own kid out in the open, vulnerable as a calf in the coyote den.
Chris, no!
Think I need to install an antivirus.
Long shot defeated. Shots fired 103. Damage taken 12. That's not true. Time taken 3 minutes. Rank Vermin. Well, that was fantastic. I'm glad I got to see all this extra stuff. It said something about going into the settings. It said something in the top right of the settings. A simulation seed. Tuning this value could be quite fun. Okay, so one that I'm seeing is if I set this to 42 and we go to the roaring and go to exiting school early. So this is right after presenting the school project and going to go see Noelle in the hospital. Apparently there is something if you set this to 42. Indeed.
Many things that we once felt don't apply to him anymore. Whether it's a conscience of our death or where he resides, he can't feel pain. He does not need to eat. He barely notices time pass. He also never grows tired, no matter how much he works. Although that doesn't mean he cannot fall asleep.
Wow. Setting this to 12. And going into Prophecy Foretold. I think it's just doing the normal. Just starting the game normally. Nice to be able to skip everything like this. It should be in the main room of the castle.
We did not remember much when we woke up. Our minds splintered and fractured. Some of us broke off into our own beings, with vague memories of our past. But for most of us, we were too small of fragments to exist properly. I'd love to live again.
Fantastic. The next one is setting the setting to 65. On 65, prophecy foretold waking up in the supply closet. You're just kind of right there. You're not even in the dark world. And you're not even going to comment on the weird anomaly. He yearns for knowledge, doesn't he? Dr. Hypoaster. Futile. He already knows it all. Funnily enough, he just doesn't know it yet. Is there one more? There's something. I'm seeing... Settings. Set this to 85. I don't know how people find this out. But 85... Taking shelter. After the heart-to-heart. Him and the network admins are one and the same. Two pieces of broken glass from the same pane. Why do they struggle to get along? Alright, I think that's that. I cannot find anything else there. I don't know what the gambling option is. If anyone else can find it, you can find it. Let's see. I can play all of the songs, which is fantastic. The greatest adventure of all time localized entirely within my bedroom. The greatest adventure of all time localized entirely on this table. Replacement for a dating start also gives the original Plants vs. Zombies vibes for some reason. That's what I was saying. Plants vs. Zombies sound font. I guess there's little text for all of the songs in the game here. I'll leave this playing. Actually, can I leave the menu? I can't leave the menu. I want to leave this playing. I guess this has been Deltarune Hypothesis. Overall, this was a fantastic experience. Actually, no, we'll go back one more time just to look at the things again. I do think what was shown here are great proofs of concept. For things that could happen. Again, things I genuinely believe will happen in Deltarune. Just reiterating, I do think at the end of the game, it'll be a very sad moment where the Castletown Dark Fountain will get sealed at some point at the end of the game. This was disconnected from the game story, but Papyrus has to show up at some point doing something. I do think Rudy Holiday is going to die. A lot of fan concepts have that. That cutscene with Rudy in this was super just crazy. And if it happens almost like this in the actual game, it is going to shatter everybody. I do think Noelle is going to open a Dark Fountain. I do think Noelle's Dark Fountain will be the Angel's Heaven. Because we're supposed to be banishing the Angel's Heaven, if you don't remember. That is something that the three heroes of the prophecy are supposed to be doing, whatever that is. There's a dark world in the shelter, so that will be very interesting. And And in Icy's Pizza Dark World is something that people have talked about. We're going to the festival in Chapter 5, and it's like all but near confirmed that Chapter 5's Dark World is going to be inside Flower King, with Asgore. I said in my, follow-up video, I think I said at the end of my Weird Route video, I had a particular theory that I talked about. Stop it. I had a particular theory that I talked about, where I think Ralsei is gonna have his own, like, secret boss fight, like, solo, because Chris has Spampton as a parallel character, Susie has Gerson as a parallel character, and Ralsei needs his own parallel character, and I had a feeling it was going to be, the Golden Flower in the vase is gonna be like a Flowey parallel, and it's gonna be like Flowey and like a Flowey parallel and Ralsei fighting, which I think would be very interesting. But I've also recently seen an amazing concept. I'll play a little bit of this actually because I listen to it a lot. I have it just in my favorites playlist. But an amazing fan song recently popped up. Where'd my damn favorites playlist go? An amazing thing had recently come out. Someone had made a song that plays when you fight Sans concept. Like, this song is so damn good. I need to let this breakdown play because it's so damn good. Just the transition of Megalovania into the Freedom motif is so damn good. So people have taken that concept even further, of Ralsei having a solo secret boss fight, and not against a Flowey parallel, but against Sans, because Sans is an important character in Deltarune now. He's always been important, in my eyes, but now with Sans talking with Toriel, there's going to be a bunch of jealousy, whatnot. I have a feeling Sans and Asgore are going to be important in the Chapter 5 Dark World. Or just in Chapter 5 in general. Asgore, absolutely. Sans, maybe not. I don't know. Hello, Dolphy Gaming. Welcome to the stream. But Sans being important and Sans having a boss fight would be insane. And people have made some animations and stuff of Ralsei having a solo boss fight of him standing up for himself against Sans. It's a very fun concept. You can look it up on your own. But that would be amazing. I hope to see more updates to this game in the future. Whenever there are more updates to Deltarune Hypothesis, I will absolutely be playing them. Because this is just really damn good. Again, I don't know why the game crops in weird ways. I do think the one battle that we have is pretty decent. I just wish it wasn't broken. Maybe that can be fixed. I can't back out to the like, title screen from here. So, I guess with that, this has been Deltarune Hypothesis. This is all streamed live at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description down below. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because we do have a lot to offer. I should have said at the beginning of the stream, and the beginning of the episode, whatever, this video. Link also in the description to download this game yourself. I'll leave a link to get this yourself. I have plenty of other Deltarune videos on the channel. I've been making videos for like 6 years now, so I have a lot of different things. I have my full blind playthrough of Chapter 2, and my blind playthroughs that I recently uploaded of Chapters 3 and 4, if you want to see that. I've also played many, many other fan games on this channel. I'm going to try and remember to name them all. Delta Traveler, Undertale Yellow, Team Switched Underswap, Ribbit, Upper Hand. Upper Hand was also really good. And there's definitely some other things, and I believe that's all of the main ones. Every time I mention the other games that I've played, I forget one. But I believe that those are, like, the main ones. Oh, Outer Tail. Undertale 2. Check it all out. It's in a playlist. You can find the playlist of everything I've done Undertale and Deltarune related, because this video is also going to be in that playlist. But this has been Deltarune Hypothesis. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in whatever comes next.